All right. So now we're going to do the slate thing. So it's on the 0. So 3, 2, 1, clap.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Neat. I guess. All right, and I'm going to do that real quick.
All
While
right.
it still keeps recording.
Okay, I got Roll20 up. I got D&D Beyond up.
Great.
Ready.
Good
Fucking
thing.
ready.
Let's do this. Ready
All
to
right,
get
so-
virtual.
This is all a lot. Ow. Gotta turn Zoom down too, because y'all are blowing my ears out.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We're having fun.
No worries. So, we are here again. We had a lot of issues getting set up, and we're only an hour later than we were planning. But, you know,
That's
having to record this all from our friggin' houses is a whole new world.
I think it's impressive that we're doing this at all.
True.
That's, yes.
It's amazing.
All the
I
bells and
can't
whistles.
imagine-
I love that we're able to do this. This is so
I can't
cool.
imagine being quarantined 5 years ago. So,
Oh god.
So the cool thing about this is I can switch what Cosme is sharing and also play the theme. So give me 1 second.
What?
While I make sure to do
I
that.
need it.
No, you won't. But that's okay.
The theme is now my island tune.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a genius idea.
All
Really
right.
cute.
So
Send you the
everybody,
notes.
welcome to the Bone Era. And welcome back.
Best friend.
I love that test. Since you couldn't hear that, you just heard me say "and welcome back" for no reason, with nothing going on. It's my favorite thing. All right. So, last time on this game we play,
So much stuff happened.
6 weeks
yeah, it was
ago.
a long. It was 6 weeks ago. Jesus, it was a long session, and it started with you were already in the terrible world of the ethereal plane in Scorch Pass, and you were basically figuring out a plan for how to get things back to normal and fight a beholder and the cultists and all this shit.
Also, rescue Kieran's wife.
And rescue Kieran's wife. You
I want to
did.
talk about it.
You had a whole plan where you were gonna kill the best plan ever. Really, you were gonna really quickly kill the cultist who always came into your tent to make sure you were going to go work, and then Lilia was going to use her cool College of Whispers ability to take on his image and
do
some
the
of
thing.
his memories.
My mantle of whispers.
Yes. And you did that, and your other plan was you were going to, so that you weren't overrun by cultists, you were going to have Nala blow up the entrance to the cavern where you were doing your shit. I don't remember how to do this anymore. Then you were going to fight the cultists and the beholder and basically improvise from there on out. you managed the first part very well. You killed the dude, you took on the thing, you walked out, you were like, hey, Alda, we're gonna get out of here, and Alda was like, sure, I'd love to watch. And
Oh my god, that's great.
and
We need that on a t-shirt, too.
No.
Sounds like a great plan. I'd love to watch.
you then went down into the bowels of the place where the ritual was starting. There were some people in the, like, beds that were put into the walls. Apparently they were going to be starting the ritual soon, and that's what needed to happen. And Nala blew up the entrance to the thing, and y'all started a battle. This battle went on for a while. On the new cool map that I made that now we can't use any of the stuff that I now 3D printed because we're all remote, but that's okay. But yeah, you blew it up, and you fought a bunch of cultists. Wynn was hasted like a motherfucker and just walked through people. That was pretty cool. Ephraim did eventually appear, the leader of the cult of the Ancient Tongue. He began the ritual and didn't cast any spells against you guys, which sort of allowed you to cut him down without him dealing any damage or anything.
That was one. I think that was like one round that it took to take him down.
There was one massive spell from Kieran which dealt a bunch of damage to him, and then you ran over and just cut him in half. Yeah. The Beholder came out. That was scary. You did manage to get Kieran's wife out of the chair.
My wife.
And then when the beholder realized that Ephraim was dead, he sort of stopped fighting and talked to you guys and said, "Hey, I don't really."
Absolutely.
This is after he killed me.
Ramble Shanks?
Yeah,
Ramble Shanks.
Ramble Shanks after he killed me.
He did kill Nala, but then was stopped fighting and said, "I didn't really like Ephraim's whole thing. I would rather bring Morlos fully back instead of some avatar like what he was planning." And basically just like walked away. He did also let Lilia know that like she shouldn't immediately blow up the rock because this cavern doesn't exist in the other side, so maybe figure out a plan. But you eventually got everybody out through the secret passage that the Countess and Baron had told you about, including Kieran's wife. And Kieran sent a message when everybody was out to Nala and Lilia to mess with the Stone of Morlos and reverse all of this nonsense. You did that. Nala had a very clever mage hand to grab the stone, and then you teleported out of there in an instant, which was really, really cool.
Really badass.
And everybody sort of raised into the air. Everything went white, and you found yourselves in the correct side of the universe.
Okay, distracted.
And there was a very touching scene between Kieran and Alwys, and that was sad but fun to roleplay.
For some people. Not for me.
And then you went back to Scorch Pass. You buried Alwys again.
Technically, I didn't bury her the first time.
That's true.
I left.
I was using you as sort of an overarching someone did. But there was also a party going on because everybody wanted to cheer about the fact that they're not slaves anymore. Eventually you joined the party. There was some drug taking. There was some fun stuff, drinking and revelry. Vidar eventually randomly showed up and said, "Oh, well, I guess I don't have to help you. All right. I guess I'll join in on the party." Shar met a girl who she saved from the Undercroft thingy, and gave her a book in Ancient Common. And like
Gnomish fiction novella.
Yeah, the Gnomish fiction book, and said, "Hey, we'll basically if we're ever in town again, we'll meet up." You made a friend.
I made a friend.
Y'all then all went back and slept in Kieran's house. The next day, you decided to buy a bunch of stuff for the Arlosa family home, which is now the Bonnier home, but you bought it. You bought like a bunch of non-perishable food. I'm giving you quite a variety of random non-perishables, basically.
Thanks.
Yay.
And you have
cleared out
enough
the
for,
general
what was
store
it, a
pretty
month
much.
or something?
Yeah, we basically cleared out the general store.
It was a month worth of food for
Yeah.
like 10 people, so you've got quite a bit of food.
Yeah.
And then you asked for Vidar's help to move all of the furniture from Kieran's house into your house. You opened the portal. He like threw it through with telekinesis.
Because he's badass.
And then you went into the house. The next thing that happened was that Vidar was like, hey, I can swing this next level up with the house. I could probably do this spell in order to move the house so that you don't have to walk to Caer Shire. You did that, and the house moved, and you saw Caer Shire in the distance. Caer Shire, as you, I'm assuming, walk up to it.
Sure.
Oh,
We
sorry.
See it through we see it through the.
You see it
We're
through
still
it
in
right
the
now,
house,
so you're
right?
still in the house. Yeah.
Okay,
So what would you
yeah.
like to do?
I want to talk to
get ready-
Vidar.
Okay.
He's there. He's
Okay.
sort of slightly tired. He's found sort of a seat.
Okay.
Ooh, that sort of takes it out of you, doesn't it? A little bit. Ooh, let me change the music.
Yeah, sorry. Hang on. Let me get something. Okay.
You can go. I'm
Oh,
listening.
hey, Vidar. I wanted to ask you, if you have a second, just a couple questions, if you don't mind. Just, can
Sure.
I sit? Is that okay?
Yes?
Thanks. I sit down. About the ethereal plane, do you... I mean, we really appreciated you coming. I'm sorry we got out before we needed you, but could I ask how you were going to enter?
Well, there's a relatively simple spell. I mean, it's complicated, but not for someone like me.
Yeah. Is this something you've done before?
I have plane shifted for my own personal research purposes, yes. Most of it's, there are many planes of existence that I quite enjoy learning about. Ethereal I have never gone to. It's not really a hospitable place normally. I guess the cult did something to it to make it a little more solid and usable for their purposes, but I've been to the Feywild, I've been to certain elemental planes to see what they're all about, that sort of thing. It's really just for research. And
Yeah. I mean, I've always heard about the Feywild and everything. I guess, forgive me if I'm a little naive, I just don't know anything about this, but can you... When you enter a plane, do you have to reemerge at the same place you...
No.
Came in?
You sort of... It's a variation, really, on a teleportation sort of spell. And you choose where to show up based on what you know about it. It's just for game rules, basically, and he explains the idea.
Well, basically what I'm trying to ask is, I know you can't send other people. It's a spell you can use on yourself. Can you send objects? Can you send things and have them emerge elsewhere?
Yes, absolutely.
And
you can try to use it to banish people as well, if you wish.
You mean put them into a plane of existence, but have it not reemerge?
Yeah, I mean, you can use it to send them to another plane.
Oh, okay. So I'm talking
permanently.
about like sending something from this plane to a different location on this plane through kind of this back door.
Oh, you wouldn't need to
Deal.
use a plane shift thing. You could use a teleportation spell for that.
Oh, okay. Teleportation circles are only for people, but
No.
you can.
No.
Oh, sorry. What I mean is there has to be a teleportation circle where you're trying to get it.
If
though.
you're using teleportation circle, but you don't need to use teleportation circle. There are other teleportation spells.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I, for instance, am good enough at this magic thing that
Yeah.
I do to teleport anything
Cool.
to anywhere, really. As long as I know where it is. Otherwise, some bad things can happen. But
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. That's good
there
to
are
know.
ways for talented mages to prevent teleportation into wherever.
Okay.
But that's,
I
it
see.
depends on who it is or where you're going.
Yeah, there's someone in Caer Shire that I'm supposed to meet up with, and if it works out, then I might need your help sending something somewhere.
All right. Let me know.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are here. I think this, the hole in the world won't close until I leave, since I used the spell. So
That was a phenomenal showing of arcane ability.
thank you. I spent many years learning how, so it would be very silly if I was terrible at it.
You're familiar with this town. I desperately need to find some diamonds. Can you possibly show me where I may be able to procure some diamonds?
In Caer
doesn't
Shire, the
live
only
here.
place...
He doesn't live
No,
here, but he's been here.
Oh.
I've been to Caer Shire, but the only place that you can get anything is from the Biamontes.
That's one of the mobs. Okay.
go
Guess
meet-
that's where we're
We
going.
gotta make nice with the mobs.
Yeah, the Beaumonte's the magical item family, and the Brethren Knights the drug family.
Yeah, generally
Listen.
magical items, but also, other sorts of contraband and things. They run the trade in the city.
Oh, this sounds like my kind of place. Okay.
And then the Brethren of Night.
Are you familiar with anyone named James? In Caer Shire?
It's a very common name.
In Caer Shire.
In Caer Shire.
Okay.
I'm not. I haven't spent much time here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just enough to pop in and out.
Dope.
Aren't you meeting Johana here?
Yeah,
as
we
well?
gotta meet
I'd like to
Johana.
come meet.
Do we
What if you
remember
do that
where
one?
we're meeting her?
Uh,
Or weren't we
I
just gonna
think
send
we
her a
just gonna send
message
a
when we were
message.
there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think she said.
Okay.
I also have locate creature spell, but
I don't. Does that work
We
on
used a
us?
spell to
Lars?
find you. yeah, it's a creature.
Do we feel that we need to immediately do this? I mean, I feel like we've been running from one important thing to the next. I wouldn't mind having a day. Doing
But if there's if we can't get anything without involving the mob anyway, I think we should find Johana first. So maybe we
I
have some
also-
backup.
Like, as much as I would like to have a day, I'm not really sure that that's, bad seems to follow. So I'm not. I don't know exactly how much. I mean, we can try. We can certainly try to have a day, but I don't know if that's going to be likely.
Let's find Johana first.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's find you one.
Priorities.
All right. Well, shall we? And Vidar sort of leaves the study that you're all in right
Ooh,
now.
we have to go first.
That's down. Yeah, technically, yes, please.
To run in front of him.
You walk outside. Vidar pats one of the horses and says, "Hope you're going to be all right here, my friend."
Lorella's gonna take care of him.
Oh, yeah, we should probably ask if she can.
We did already.
She can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
gonna
had that
say,
whole
just-
conversation.
A reminder that the stone is still in the house.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yes, the stone is hidden in a painting right now.
in the basement.
In the
Well, in the
basement,
hidden
the secret basement.
basement. Okay, cool. Well, if we're
Dear
gonna...
God, I hope that doesn't end horribly.
Yeah,
God.
so we also, I think, need, while we're here, to get food for the horses. B, I think we were going to get seeds to get a garden started.
You were going to get a garden started, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's I don't
It's
know.
on the
Contraband
list.
Yeah.
But,
We
but
get
it's a
it,
thing.
but we
It's
don't
a thing
need-
we should do.
Yeah.
Black market seeds.
Yeah.
They're huge
Grow our
fucking
own crush.
vegetables.
They're hybrids.
Oh my god.
Coco.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So, do you want me to
Alright.
locate
I think we should
you
send her a
head out-
creature
message.
or
we have to
send a
we have to go
message?
through the
You had-
threshold first.
You
Yeah.
head down the path and you exit. The forest that you're in is always sort of a nice sort of temperate temperature. When you get out, it's suddenly slightly chillier, and there is a breeze off the lake and a slight uncomfortable drizzle.
Cool.
I pressed to digitize my
I
hair.
figured.
I pull my hood up.
As you walk up,
Same.
you now can see the town of Caer Shire. There is a lake called the Lonely Lake, which is a relatively large lake.
Hey, Kieran, it's for you.
And Caer Shire is on the southern part of the of the Lonely Lake. If you look at the map, there are 2 towns on this lake. Belmare is on the western side, and then Caer Shire is on the south. Caer Shire is a small town, relatively small. It's a population of maybe 500 to 1,000, depending on how many people are there at any point. And it weirdly has a large amount of organized crime, yes.
Wow.
The 2 mobs you know of are the Biamonte
Pockets,
family
everybody.
and the Brethren of Night. They control sections of it. The city is set up in sort of a ring setup, sort of half circles going from the lake outwards. So right on the outskirts of the city, there are 2 massive warehouses that you can see. Just these big fucking square buildings or rectangular buildings that are just on the outskirts. And through it, you can see the more sort of medieval style of town. You can also see there's farmland that you're walking through right now, and you're walking down a path, and all around you are all the farms. There is if you go right past the warehouses, there's a bunch of houses. It's just sort of a homes district that is a big ring. And then in the inside is the circle. And the circle is the center area of town right on the lake that sort of spreads out, and that's where all the businesses are. So it goes sort of from the lake outwards. There's the business section and the town square, and then the housing section, the warehouses, and the farmland. So that is what you see. Vida says, well, it's been some time since I've seen this sort of thing. Where are we going? Are we meeting Johana somewhere specific? Or?
We need to get in touch with her, yeah.
Guess it's my cue.
All right.
I will use sending
All right.
to send a message to Johana. Howdy. Made it to Caer Shire. Where should we meet you?
Lilia says hi.
Vidar is here.
Vidar is with us.
Yo.
Don't worry, Lilia is too.
Oh, perfect.
Love it.
You hear, good. I was wondering when y'all'd show up. Come to the Red Wind Ale House.
Okay.
We'll talk over whatever.
We'll taco? They have tacos?
Talk over whatever.
We'll taco about it.
Tacos sound good too. I don't know.
What tacos out? Guys, we should all order
Great.
tacos.
Now you've
I do want
planted the
tacos,
seed,
actually.
Sarah. Thank you.
We could all eat tacos
Plus,
together.
Grubhub just gave me a
but
$4
apart.
off coupon. So. All right, so that's the message you get.
Okay.
Sweet.
For reheats.
You walk into the town, and you start along the path. You do see a lot of people out and about. There's a weird sort of juxtaposition of people who look really weirdly fancily dressed, and then very peasant dressed. There's like no middle ground here.
Does that mean we
And-
stick out?
I have a
Yeah,
nice
I mean, you
robe.
stick out as adventurers.
Okay.
You do get a few looks, especially from the fancily dressed people.
You want to go? You want to start something? No.
And it's mostly just sort of whispering to themselves and nodding at you
Okay.
politely but curious. The peasants seem to be like leaving their houses at this time of day, because I'm making it morning.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm making it mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Time
Okay.
makes no sense.
Okay.
Also, we have a calendar now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a calendar
Everyone
for
put
us,
your birthdays down.
which I think I can.
Miles ready to be
Lilia's a
18.
Scorpio. Wait, but the important question here is there a like zodiac system?
If there is, Kieran's a Cancer.
I don't know.
Nala's 100% a Leo.
He might be a
you're
Pisces.
curious. If you're curious, that is the calendar.
Cool.
It is currently Nargo the 2nd,
Sweet.
Nargo.
which is our November.
But her name is
Cool.
Nargo.
Nargle.
Yes.
Cool.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
But it is mid-afternoon, but there seem to be people, there are a few people with, like, hand carts bringing in farm goods. There are some others, some of the fancier groups of people. There are, like, they're clearly... they have carts of their own with stacked boxes in the back, and they're heading over to the warehouses, whichever one. And as you get through, you also see, sort of towards the northwest, you can see down the path and whatnot, there is this sort of magnificent mansion over there.
Cool. Let's break in.
You eventually...
Says the rogue.
Just kidding.
Find your way past the housing district and into this circle, and you now see this sort of beautiful lake in front of you. There are some fishing boats going in and out. There's a small-ish dock area, a massive town square with a bunch of just buildings wrapped in a half circle all around it. And you look around, and you eventually do find the Red Wind Ale House. Heading inside, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You find it's a weirdly... I mean, it's empty at this time of day, I guess, because it's the mid-afternoon. But it's got a bar in the far back and a lot of tables. And you see this Red Wind Ale House big sign above the bar, and it says, "Try our new special, the Red Wind Ale." Because there is an actual specific type of ale associated with the inn. You look around, there's a few people in here, but you do eventually land, you notice the attractive blonde woman, Johana Vinthris, sitting at one of the tables, drinking a very large stein of ale, of this very red, foamy ale. And she looks up and goes, "Oh, hi! Oh, come on, please, join me. It's wonderful to see you."
Sweet.
You join?
We sit over.
Yeah, we sit down.
Let's sit down.
No!
No,
I came all the way
Came all
just to
this
tell you
way.
to go fuck yourself. This party sucks, and I don't like it.
And Johana says, "Oh," and like waves to one of the inn people, and buys you all around,
Sweet.
That's very kind.
and says, "Well, it's been quite some time since we've actually seen each other in person. Since Arcala, I think.
Last
Well, longer for you than for us.
fighting a demon last we saw you.
Oh, and hello, Vidar. Good to see you. It's also been a while for us. I hope everything's treating you well." Vidar's like, "Well, you know, world is ending and all that, but what are we gonna do?" Sits down, takes a drink of the ale. The ales are passed out. Johana didn't ask y'all what, she just was like, order around for everyone, so you all have beer.
Yay, beer.
Do it.
And so Johana is there, and says, "Well, I apologize for being a little bit. Well, I've been busy, as you can imagine. We were able to do the party with just Sabrina and Amore. Unfortunately, losing Amore, and
Sorry
I
about
don't
that.
oh well. It turns out, and you can tell she's had a bit to drink at this point, even though it's like 3 in the afternoon. She's like, I mean, it turns out it's a little harder to build a resistance army during a war than I thought it would be. I guess I'm a little bit naive in my young age. And, anyway, it's nice to come to Caer Shire. I actually have some business here anyway, and wanted to see all of you, and Lilia here. Hey, Lilia. Hope it's all good, since Tess is in the bathroom.
Well,
She'll
Lilia
have-
says
she'll have
nothing.
words to
She
say.
just stares.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
since she's not here anyway, how close is Caer Shire to where Johana
Where
Quite
that
close.
party
gave
was.
up her?
Quite close. Yeah, Belmere is like 20 miles away.
Okay,
Maybe 40.
So she's like super familiar with this area.
Oh yeah.
Yes. because she was supposed to be the Baroness of Belmare, the other town on the Lonely Lake, and gave it up.
Okay. Cool.
Hello, Lilia. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been a while.
It has. I was just explaining, yes, so it was nice to get to Caer Shire because I do have some business here. Anyway, but honestly, I don't know. I think it's beginning to get to me, all of the madness of the world, so... If you can excuse me drinking at 3 in the afternoon, probably my third beer, that is where I'm at today.
You're dealing with a lot.
So that's understandable. That's about what we did after getting sent to the ethereal plane for a couple days.
Wow, yeah, that sounds exciting in a terrible way, I would say.
Mostly it was just terrible.
Yeah, it was just awful.
It's a little exciting.
No, it was awful.
I know.
I'm
I enjoyed
sensing
getting
mixed
to
feelings
take
about
on
the
the
adventure.
shadows of some dead people.
It was awful.
That sounds very interesting, Lillian. I didn't know you could take on shadows of dead people.
Well, it's it's not something I pull out often.
Sure.
It's not necessarily the kindest of party tricks. People don't really appreciate it when you kill off the guests in order to do some magic. It's fine.
Can be useful, though, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on your exact goal in any situation. Yeah. Anyway, I was wondering, since we're here, if y'all would like to have a night off.
Yes.
Alright. Sure.
Genuinely, I'm looking for
Desperately. No.
So badly.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
in mourning
I'm-
still.
The short answer is yes.
Guys,
All right.
wait. What do you mean a night off, Johana?
She's
I've been
3
dealing.
drinks in.
It's been all go with me and Resistenza for months now, and Sabrina is currently working in our safe house in Martil, and trying to get the message out to build sort of a force against Salvador. Y'all have told us now that I think you have, whatever, I'm
Yes.
retconning it if you haven't, that
Yes.
that there's bigger shit on the way. And, well, I don't know. I have a little bit of sort of lighthearted business here in town that I was hoping you could help me with later.
Sure.
Yeah.
But for now, I want pub crawl buddies.
Absolutely.
That
There
sounds
are-
nice, actually.
Do I
least
have any
6
extra
pubs.
of the drugs that I had from the party?
Yeah, you still
Yeah,
have
you have,
a
like-
couple hits. Yeah.
You have 9 more, I think?
Yeah.
Was it dust? Is that what it's called?
Are you gonna do drugs
Crush,
with your
crush.
girlfriend?
Crush it. No, I'm just gonna suggest. I was
Lady
just
friend? I don't know.
listen, Jon. I don't know if this is your cup of tea, but I just pull out the pipe from my bag, just to show it to the table, and I'm like, if you want a little bit more than a pub crawl, just let me know.
I may take you up on that offer later.
Chara's gonna reach
I
out.
think-
I'm just gonna lower Lilia's hand real quick onto the
it's just
table,
it's
so
just
you're not
out of the bag.
Oh, I thought you were holding it out.
No.
Okay.
It's like the sleight of hand. I just
Okay,
showed it off
Even
the
if-
side of my body, and then I tucked it back in.
Johanna sees you at least going, maybe
Yeah.
you shouldn't, and says, it comes from here? I doubt it's not really bad
It's
to
not
have
illegal.
in this particular city.
I see.
Oh,
Well,
that's nice.
okay.
If you purchased it
Fine.
from somewhere, it means that the Brethren of Night got their share and they don't care at all.
All right, it's good to know. I can legalize town. And maybe
Yes,
not
it's
legalized, but just I don't know. Is it legalized? If it's anyway, I'll ask questions later when I'm not in public.
Well, there is no... I mean, Sabrina is technically the Baroness here, but doesn't really care about this place. For good reason.
Where is she now?
She's back at.
She's in
Martil.
Martil.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
At our safe house there.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Jason, you can surmise that's where your teleportation circle goes.
Aha. So if we need to stop by there, we can do that.
But yeah, so, please drink up. This stuff's really good, but
Yeah.
Is this the house house brew?
It is. They've been making it since I was a kid. And we used to get it in Belmare all the time as well.
I drink
Not that
it.
I entirely love thinking about Belmare anymore, but that's, it's really close by, so...
I drink it.
All right.
How does the beer taste?
To your health.
It's really good. It's got sort of a deep and complex, slightly fruity flavor.
Yum.
I'm new to this, but I think I like it.
Okay.
What did I? What did I
Char's
name
on a
all
mission.
the-
So hang on. Yeah. Char's not going to drink anything, actually, for character reasons. Yeah. I'm not.
I will.
I'm just gonna give it to someone. I'm gonna give it to Nala because she's sitting right next to me.
Okay.
What did I name the not Malort?
Oh,
Oh, the
fuck.
cactus
Malort.
juice.
The cactus juice. I don't remember what the cactus juice was called.
my gosh.
I'll have to
To
re-listen.
go back.
I'm just then gonna call it not Malort for now.
Yeah.
Malort. Sure.
Yeah.
No Lord, I think is.
Lord.
I'm not asking for it yet, though. So.
No Mort.
We're close enough to Scorch Pass that I'm gonna go for it, but not yet. That's fine.
Not yet.
So
Maybe
as
at another pub. Yeah.
So as the evening
Shots.
goes on, you sit and have a good time. Vidar eventually talks with Johana. You hear their conversation is basically about business, or at least he tries, and then Johana just says, I really don't want to talk about this right now. Can we later?
Sure.
And Vidar's like, oh, all right. Actually, I'll meet you later. I have to get back to my shop anyway. Everybody, it's sort of getting dark now. The pub is beginning to fill up with sort of other people. And Vidar excuses himself and says goodbye to you all.
Thanks, Vida.
Of course, if you need anything from me ever, send me a message. And he downs the rest of his beer and then heads outside and vanishes.
Sweet.
And people cheer to this display of magic. You're noticing that more of the wealthy looking individuals, they're all wearing sort of really quite fancy black and gold and silver outfits.
Okay.
They come in, and one of them's really boisterously shouting, and he starts. He's like, "Oh yeah, what are we gonna do? Can I get into this voice first?"
Sorry. Can after you do this, I guess. Yeah.
Everybody, this next round's on us. We're doing such amazing business in this town. Trust us with everything. Don't listen to the brethren. They're not allowed in this bar tonight. Next round's on us. And Johanna's like, yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
leans over to all of you and says, that would be Evo Biamonte.
Evo Biamonte.
Evo.
Diamante.
Well, let's see how badly I can butcher this halfway through the session.
IVO. Just Evo.
Char's leaving. I'm gonna pull Kieran aside.
Is
I'm
this
gonna
6
say-
hours ago or is this now?
What? Yeah, well, this was supposed to be before
It's
this.
vague party time.
Okay,
right
this
now.
was a little bit ago. Char left before these guys came in, I guess.
Okay.
Because I pulled Kieran aside and I said, I have to find this guy. The message we sent. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go look for him.
You,
By yourself.
I mean, I can send him another message.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
see where he is before you run off.
do we want to do this right now in the middle of the party, or
Sure,
do you
Jay.
want to wait till later? Because I can just go.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your shindiggy.
I mean, I don't feel like sticking around for this right now, but if you do, I can just figure it out.
No, I can go with you.
Okay.
You can do this. I'm
Okay.
mourning. I shouldn't drink too much anyway because it's a depressant and I might kill myself.
Okay, thanks.
Jesus, Kieran.
Thank you.
You never
Kieran.
know.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay. Guys, we gotta go take care of this thing. We gotta find this guy
Aw.
from before.
Who's we?
We haven't
I'm
even
staying
hopped
here.
to.
Me and Kieran.
We haven't even hopped
okay.
to another bar yet.
We'll meet up with you guys at the next one. It shouldn't take too long.
For
what's
every
the-
hour we're gone, I agree to take a shot.
All right.
Catch up with y'all.
Well, I think we should head over to the Victoria Shield next anyway.
Okay.
Victoria
This place
Shield.
Well, I was
victorious?
saying we left before those other guys came into this bar, was what I was trying to say.
She turned her drink away and did this, is what...
So Kira and I were gone when those guys came into the bar. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to do. Okay, cool.
All right, but after a while, so you're off. I will get to you in just a second.
Okay.
For now, Johana says, "Let's." I don't really like Evo. He's just a boisterous, obnoxious individual, and
Sure.
I have a bad history with the Biamonte family, which I might get into if I drink enough. Let's go on. And she just heads out of the inn and drags y'all along.
I will...
As soon as she says that,
grabbing
Lilia decides to slow down her drinking.
Yeah, I'll stand up. Can I make a constitution check? How drunk am I?
You're getting there. You're nice.
Okay, I'm
Nice
pretty
We've
Because-
had one drink.
I'm at the
Had
point...
a couple.
I've had a few.
It's been a couple
I had
hours.
mine and then Shires.
Yeah.
Glug, 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 glug.
So you all head out to the Victoria Shield, which is this main huge inn in the city.
Sweet.
Just this massive place, and it's popping there. And you do see some sort of around the bar. There's a lot of people who've spilled out onto the street from this inn. And some people are smoking. You do actually see a couple people using Crush. Inside the bar, you just hear lots of loud music and people cheering, and there seem to be some pub games going on and whatnot. And Johana, sort of sticks with all of you guys and goes, well, maybe we'll have to do stand-in room only for this one, but come on. She seems to be trying, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand she's trying to forget everything right now.
Yep.
I can understand that.
And maybe isn't doing so hot, but she will.
Okay.
That's where she's at.
Sure.
Meanwhile, as you head into there,
Do I
let's go
use
with
my spell sedative.
Kieran. You're sped No. Kieran and Shar, what are you doing earlier?
We're looking for someone named James. That's all we were told. So can we go ask the bartender, I guess?
Okay, you head over
I
to the
mean,
bartender.
if you'd like, I
at
can
the previous
send a
place.
message, or I could do locate creature, or we could ask the bartender.
So we can't send a message because I don't know what this guy looks like.
You've talked to him.
We've
No,
sent
I
him-
You've
have.
done it before,
did. You talked to
so
him
you
before.
were able to do it. Yeah.
No,
said ask for James.
Yep.
please stop. We found Sylric.
It's the same person.
No.
Yes.
It's the same
no.
person. Sylric
Sylric
goes by
said-
James.
Sylric told you
Find
to talk
James.
to James.
Yes.
Ask for James.
Yeah.
is what
So
it said.
are you saying we can?
Sylric is the same person as James.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, you should, that's the
pseudonym.
name he's using, so you should
Got
ask
it.
for James.
Got it. Okay, I didn't know that.
Clarification.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a.
That
it's
was
a,
not. I had no idea that was what this was. Okay.
Yeah. So that's not a big deal. to tell
Sorry.
you, yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
But that's just what he goes. with.
Okay. Great. Okay. Then yeah. Never mind. Then let's try sending him a message again. If we can,
Yeah.
that would probably be more accurate.
All right. So you're just doing this in the bar, or when you left, you find a place?
Yeah, we'll
I'm
find
assuming?
like a
we just,
little
pull over.
nook, sit on a barrel.
There's
or
alleys
something.
and things. You find a nook to sit on, maybe
sit
a
on a
bench.
barrel or something.
Since I don't actually know this guy, do I need to roll a thing?
No, you managed it before, so I'm just letting you do it.
Okay, cool. What
So you remember how you did it last time, and it worked.
What do you want me to say? Sure. Just that we're
I'm
in
gonna
Caer Shire.
say I'm trying to remember the message we sent last time. You said howdy first because you introduced yourself, and then you're like, wait, so just say like howdy.
Shar and company.
Yeah, howdy's like Sayonara is or bleh. Say it's Kieran on behalf of Sayonara. We've arrived in Caer Shire. Where can we meet you?
Okay.
As soon as it can be arranged.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Cool. I say howdy, and then that.
Yeah.
Because
great.
that was less than 25 words, I feel.
Perfect.
You hear back. No. You see, it's a bit of a test. Otherwise, everybody could find me.
Oh. Okay. So...
Okay. The fuck?
I can try my locate creature spell.
Okay.
His previous message said ask for. James.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Okay. Sorry to waste your spell slot, Kieran.
That's fine.
Let's go. I'll go back into the bar and ask the bartender.
Okay. You see this, like, large man. He's a half-orc, and he's this big, burly dude. He says, yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for someone named James. Do you know?
He pauses and his eyes sort of widen. Now, why would a pretty young thing like you be looking for a man like that?
I'm gonna take 5 gold out of my pocket and put it on the counter and
He
say,
takes it.
we go way
No
back.
questions.
I believe that makes sense. Well,
I'm standing behind her
if you
trying
must...
Put my,
You are pretty
my
good.
arms crossed and stuff.
If you must, the place to go would be the Silken Sheet, although it doesn't look like your kind of place, to be quite honest.
Sounds like a brothel, guys.
Red.
The silken sheet.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, sure. Good luck.
Okay.
You guys be careful.
I guess we go look for that.
Careful.
Okay, you do eventually find the Silken Sheet. It is, in fact, a brothel.
Okay.
Nailed it.
And outside of it are 2 very... Like, they're dressed all in black. Like bouncers.
Same.
These, like, lithe individuals.
Okay. Kieran, I'm trying.
look at
We
you.
should probably not draw too much attention to us. Should we like? Can I case the place real quickly? See if I can get like if there's a back
You
door
wanna
or something.
break into a brothel?
I'm not gonna break in. I just want to see if there's like a back door or something.
Okay. I'm gonna say first roll of the night. Just make a stealth check because not because you just don't want to look obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll wait here because I'm not very stealthy.
Oof. That was a natural 1.
That is a 1. Oh my
Wow.
god. That's perfect.
So what happens is you go and you're like looking at it, and the bouncers see you very obviously, and then you start walking towards the alleyway and looking up at the house, and they're like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Oh fuck.
Look, if you've got no business here, you're gonna have to take it elsewhere.
Okay. I walk up. Kieran's still with me, right?
Have to spend
Yeah.
money.
Are you still trying to look tough?
I've got business here.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm recently widowed.
oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are you
Look,
saying
we
that, or are you...
No,
Okay.
Kieran can't lie. He's an honest man.
Okay.
We don't judge here, but
Family man.
Yeah.
You are recently.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. I was told I could find him here. His name's James.
James is no one's friend. And there are a few hoops you have to jump through in order to get to see someone like that.
What kind of hoops?
Well,
Sexy hoops.
what's your name?
My name is Shar.
Sean. One moment. Keep an eye on them, he whispers to the other guy, and goes inside the Silken Sheet. When the doors open, you do see inside. They kept to the name as far as decorating this place. There's silk everywhere. And it's just a very, like, cushy sort of interior. And lots of very beautiful individuals standing around, plus the clients, many of whom are dressed in that similar sort of black and gold and silver attire from before, clearly like the Biamontes, which is interesting, actually, but for reasons you don't know yet. So he goes in, and you're standing there waiting for like 10 minutes, and 20 minutes.
Oh Jesus.
He comes back out. We'll be in touch. Now, run along.
Oof.
Oh, damn it. Okay. That's it? You can't give me anything?
We work the way that we work here. And if you want to do business with the Brethren of Night, we'll be in touch with you.
Okay. Come on, Kieran.
Alrighty. We out.
So you head
to the
to the next to
We
Victoria's.
need to hypnotize somebody.
Drink.
Is that what we walk in on?
Yeah, and
Wins in a contest.
Wins in a contest.
Chuck.
There is a drinking contest happening in the
What?
center of the pub, and it is loud and boisterous, and there are people standing on tables and cheering. Wynn is actually in a contest with a woman who Johana sort of leans into Lilia and says, that would be Issa Biamonte, the eldest daughter of the clan.
So there's
She
Ivo
is-
and there's Issa.
Yeah, Evo and Issa.
Evo and Issa. Okay, yeah.
Fun.
And the siblings.
They are.
Okay. Is Wynn winning?
Well,
All he does is win, no matter
Make-
what.
I
make
do
a-
win.
Wynn, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Fuck. 12.
12?
She rolled a 6. So you do eventually win this contest. She looks very annoyed and says, coffee, dogs. How do I get into this accent?
Oh my god, yes.
It is very
Need a dwarf in a
difficult to
drinking
do
game.
in this sort of
Jersey.
thing. So,
The joys.
yeah, she says, well, good job, my bearded friend. It has been a while since someone could best me, especially an outsider. My name's Issa. Good to
I'll
meet
shake
you.
her hand, yeah. When?
Well, next round's on me then, as well as here's some prize
Sweet.
money.
Yeah,
You
I
got
got the
you
prize
won 20
money.
gold.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Oh my god, Wynn, keep going.
All I do is win.
Let her
win,
ride.
win.
Let it ride.
Next round's on me. And what
Sweet.
would you like? And there's a bigger selection of alcohols here. It's not just ales like the ale house, but gets you something that you want to drink.
Yeah, some rum or something.
And like joins your whole party.
Okay.
During this next conversation, is when Kieran and Shar appear.
Okay.
And you can see through the rather large crowd that because of the drinking contest and clearly because of Issa, like people are sort of slightly wary around her and let her have stuff. She like has a table all to herself and invites you all over.
I sit.
I like to get to know people who are new to town. You all look like adventurers to me. It's been a while since we've had any sort of adventuring party come through.
We are traveling.
What do you call yourselves?
We're the Bone Era.
I appreciate a good joke name. Wait, the Bone Era.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you won the tournament champion.
Sure did. The one and
That's
only.
right. Cool.
And escape the
Well-
aftermath that followed.
Well, I did hear that there was some stuff that went on, but luckily the Biamontes are pretty excellent at profiting off of some sorts of disasters like that.
Oh, good for them.
We're doing very well. Anyway, my name's Issa Biamonte. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our town. Do not let the Brethren of Night tell you differently. We are the power here.
When I sat down, I checked my pockets. Do I have everything?
You have everything.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm drinking. I'm gonna be really
Yowie wowie.
cautious.
So what brings you to Caer Shire?
Oh, just passing through.
Traveling.
I love passing through as an answer because it's always a lie.
Well, we were just in Scorch Pass, so this kind of is
Ooh.
the easiest way to get anywhere.
Anyway.
Technically correct, I guess. Well, while you're in town, be sure to come to the market. It happens every day. All stuff you can't get much elsewhere because of us. Because we bring in the finest of shit from everywhere across the world.
I like fine shit.
What kind of shit do you bring in?
Do you peddle in just clothing, basic goods, or do you deal in like?
Well, there are
jewels,
basic
or-
goods, of course. Mostly because we protect the farmers and the peasants of this town, and they provide us items to sell. as well as we bring in certain more fabulous things, although you have to get in good with the family before you're able to see any of that. And at this point in the conversation, Johana, who's like quite drunk and looks like she's not having any of this shit entirely, looks over to Issa and says, "Y'all ever found a pseudo-dragon? Black,
what?
small, pretty old by now?" And Issa says, "As a matter of fact, we did see a pseudo-dragon. He's now the beloved pet of my father. My father, who I forgot the name of, give me 1 second.
Pseudo-dragon?
My father, Tatsiano." And Johana says, "Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure you acquired that perfectly peacefully."
Hey, Johana, do you want to go grab another drink?
I would love to.
Yeah, let's go.
Please. Get me on. Goes up with you.
Okay.
Through the crowd. You have to, like, shove past people now.
What's a pseudo dragon?
A pseudo-dragon, says Issa.
Yeah.
Do I know what that is?
They're a tiny little... Yeah, you would.
it's
They're
like a tiny
dragon.
pet dragon.
They're pet dragons.
Okay.
They're
That's so
this
cute.
big. They're like cat size.
Oh, cute.
And they can be kept as pets or
It's a
familiar.
Mushu.
So
Yeah, it's like Mushu, except with wings. Yep, it's Mushu
and
with wings.
also voiced by
And always Eddie Murphy.
Always Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I'm not sure why your friend there was... That seemed a little rude to me. but
She's
whatever.
under a lot of stress.
I apologize.
She's had a... We actually
We
had a
haven't
day.
seen her in months. We've just ran into her here. Looks like she's having a hard time.
Wynn, make a perception check.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
What's her name? What's this person's
I didn't
name?
write it down.
Issa.
11.
Okay,
Her
that's
name
good enough.
is-
You hear...
Eva, I think. Hey. Eva.
Hey.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Okay.
And you look around, and you're
Sure.
like, where the fuck's that coming from? And the last
Oh.
comes from...
I hate it.
You can hear it, like you feel everything else suddenly become quiet. And you hear that, hey, and it's coming from outside.
Okay.
And
Pardon
Issa
me
says,
one
Issa. That's it.
so... I understand that adventurers have some interesting... Do you have any wonderful stories you can tell me while we sit here and drink together?
Nala's good at
I
storytelling.
could tell you a
I've got
tale
a
or
couple-
two, but
sorry,
before I start...
One moment.
Oh, of course, Wynn.
I'm gonna stand up and go outside.
Okay.
Move so
Where's
Wynn
Wynn
gets out.
going?
Gonna take a leak, probably.
I don't know. You just had a drinking contest. Maybe he's gonna throw up.
Yeah, probably needs to too.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, before I tell you a tale, I did want to ask, could your services be able to procure us any kind of diamonds, or would we have to be behooven to the family in order to...
Diamonds are a pretty standard thing. They do sell those at the market, at least here and there, when we can get a hold of them. They are sometimes in short supply.
Well,
I don't know what accent she is anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. It's all right.
They're also
I
in
used to
short
be able to
supply
do
for
a
us.
pretty good New Jersey accent, but not anymore.
I'll tell her the tale of how I stared down a blue adult dragon and how I died from a beholder. And how
Those
I
are
now...
two different stories.
I will,
Two different stories.
Two very
They're
different
combined
stories.
into
Now
one.
same one.
Make
I
them
will,
into
I will
one
make them into
story.
one.
At the
I'll make
same
them into
time,
one.
yes.
I'll abbreviate them. I'll be like, I've done many a thing. I've done this. I've done that. I've done this. I've
Sure.
done that.
What happens
Well.
when your paid storyteller leaves?
Yeah. I do. I
Well-
do
Oh
a
my
God,
really
wait.
big gloss over of the past few months with them.
Cool.
Leaving
So
out all
she is
like
she is
to the story.
enraptured.
no, glossing over like all like the really cool things. I fought orcs with these people. I've entered a tournament. I fought
kinda like a
werewolves.
C-3PO type
yeah.
situation.
No,
So she-
without going into like more Losian detail or anything like
She
that.
she seems entranced by this story and really very much enjoying it. Orders around for the table.
And I end it with
basically
the,
your
"And I've been
expenses for tonight?"
killed, and I need to buy diamonds for this
Sure.
beautiful man over here.
Your expenses for the evening, because you keep having people buy you drinks, only go down to like 2 gold a person.
Oh wow.
Wow. Because Wynn's not
Even
at
though-
the table right now, I'm gonna drink his beer too.
Okay.
Okay.
Char's still not drinking
Lilia.
anything.
No, I was drinking rum.
Let Shar hold on to my money, if that's the case.
Okay. Lilia, are you saying anything?
I took your money,
with
okay.
Johanna?
So I decide to do is I invite Johanna up to come get a drink. I will.
Yep,
I
she
see the
follows.
name in my head, and then I pronounce what I see the name, which is the problem.
We've been over this.
So I take Johanna. I invite her up to get a drink, but then I actually take her outside of the bar.
All right, she's, where are we going?
We're going
This
out.
isn't where drinking is.
And so, once we're outside, I, take her and, not, quite shaking her by the shoulders. And I'm like, I know that you've had a rough time, but you need to pull yourself together.
Chill the fuck out.
Looking out for me, Lilia?
No, I'm looking out
I
for
appreciate
me.
it.
We don't know these
I'm
people. We don't know what we need to do here. And I certainly don't want to walk into any situation having aggravated one of the main crime families of this town.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't blame you, but you gotta keep your head. It's okay to have a night off, but not if you're gonna be trying to bite off the heads of the people that you don't like, because frankly, I'm pretty sure that's everyone in this town. If I'm getting any sort of vibe correct from this town, it's that everyone is a shitbag.
Come on, let me tell you a story. And she takes you over to a bench somewhere. And says, well, yeah, I mean, you're right. I do have a little bit out for this town, but it's over so petty of reasons. I'm just trying to find somewhere to put my frustration at everything else, honestly. The reason I wanted to come to Caer Shire is because my mother's old pet pseudo-dragon, Vinci, was taken by the Biamontes family after I left the house.
Those fuckers.
Vinci is an adorable name, but that's horrible.
Well, the thing is, Vinci, you know that I wanted to abdicate, or not abdicate, but didn't want to be the Baroness of Belmare.
Yeah.
So what I did instead was left, and my family was, of course, forced because my mother was stepping down anyway. She left the house, which is the Baroness's house, the place that it's specifically set. Sorry, I'm rambling, but I'm a little drunk.
That's fine.
But Vinci didn't want to leave the house, and ended up staying behind, and we couldn't convince him to come with us. And then the other family, the Igbod family, and the new Baron, Arfal Igbod, came in, and they had apparently enough baggage that the Biamonte family swooped in and blackmailed the shit out of them in order to basically get them to give them a bunch of stuff and money and things. And that included when the Biamonte leader, Taziano, went to the house, he took Vinci with him, sort of forced him into a cage and took him with him, really. Anyway, I'm here not only to see you and the rest of the Bonera, but I want my mother's pet back.
And
I think it would make her happy. And it's something actionable that isn't the world is ending because an ancient god is awakening, you know?
No, I get it. So tell me a little bit more about the Biamonte family and what kind of threat they pose. What do we have to be prepared for?
Alright, so the leader is Taziano. He's the head honcho of the Biamonte family. And then there's Dolores, his wife. His son Evo, who we saw in the ale house, he is sort of the leader of much of the business operation, and he runs the warehouse in the warehouse district. Both of those warehouses, one of them is run by the Biamontes, and the other one is the Brethren of Knights warehouse, you see. Issa also has a huge hand in the business operations, and is constantly warring with Evo about who should have more power as far as that goes. But Issa is a little more of a wild card when it comes to her choices. Interestingly, if I had to make an objective choice as far as who I'd want to be running that sort of operation, though, I'd go with Issa. Because Evo is ruthless to the point of cruel sometimes. and often without purpose, honestly. And then there are 3 other children, but they keep to their own. They handle a few operations and basically run the market together. Bastiano, Olivia, and Katya. All 3 of whom
Wait, those are more children?
exist.
Sorry.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
5
other
children.
other
Oh, okay.
children in the family. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the
They be fucking.
chat. Yeah, so I mean, but Tatsiano has a relatively strong hold over everybody, and but he's not a vindictive or evil man as far as anything apparently, except for stealing people's pets.
So basically, we just need to do stealth mission to steal the dragon.
That's an option. The other option is going and talking to him and seeing if he wants some work done for Vinci's life or something. I don't know. I was gonna worry about what to actually do next tomorrow.
Well, that's fine. Do you know if any of them? I'm assuming what kind of muscle do they have? Are they magic users? Are they,
All kinds,
Okay.
basically. The Biamontes can hire whoever they want, and it's a lot of sort of mercenaries from around, including sometimes hiring Adventurers Guild people, which is kind of interesting, but... I mean, there's no strict morality with the Adventurers Guild, so I guess it's whatever pays well. And Biamontes have enough money they can just throw it at them anyway, even if, this job shouldn't be done by adventurers.
right?
But whatever. But yeah, so that's my whole thing with them. I'm sorry that I was petty. And
I get it. It's the one thing that you feel like you can kind of control right now. But
yeah.
when everything else is going to shit and things are just getting worse, we'll at least I'll try to help you steal back your dragon.
Thanks, Lillian.
I don't know how many of the other ones can lie their pants off, but
Well, I know you can, and I can.
but I'll be there to help out. But just please
be-
don't get us attacked before that.
I'll do my best, but, life is funny and exciting sometimes.
Yeah.
It may be the extra enhanced by the drunken haze that I am in, but you are very beautiful.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
Oh.
Kiss.
I try.
Kiss. Kiss.
Isn't that your friend Wynn? And scene
Yeah.
transition to
Yes.
Wynn exiting.
Yeah.
Wynn, the sounds in the town have become sort of weirdly quiet.
It's a fucking sword,
To
you guys.
you.
It's a fucking sword.
And you only.
Huh.
TikTok to send.
What was in
You
that
hear
drink?
muffled sort of through this haze, and you hear, "Come closer."
Where are you?
Alleyway next to the bar.
Okay. So slowly make my way over there.
And you feel sort of a pulse from the sword.
Oh God.
Wynn's gonna get abducted.
By aliens.
And as you get
Just sort of
closer
keep
to
my
the...
hand on it as I'm moving closer.
Do we see any of this? Do Johana and I see any of it?
She just said,
Yeah.
right?
Make a perception check for... Yeah, I'll tell you.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Hold on. I'm my dice thing keeps getting cocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great. Give me a sec. That is a 13. Wait, no, sorry.
No, roll for
That's a 14.
Nah, she rolled terribly. She's drunk. What you see is when exit, and then some people walk in front of him, and then he's there, and then sort of these shadows from a nearby building seem to sort of encase over him.
So Wynn's there, and then he basically vanishes.
Into the darkness of the alley, but you don't remember that alley being so dark before.
Yeah, that's enough to grab my attention.
Okay.
So I perk up, and I'm like, I think I have to go check this out.
Should I come with you? Says Johana.
Yes.
I'm not that drunk.
Where is the
you
night?
can come with me. You can come with me.
All right, let's just go. So you head over there, and as you walk over, Wynn, you find yourself, as you get closer, the sword pulses, and it sort of gets faster. And then sort of the pulsing stops as around you, you're suddenly in sort of a black void. And in front of you, upon two pedestals, flames burst.
Oh.
Trust.
Well then.
Yep.
Let's Wynn do it.
And Lilia and Johana are nearly there, but not there yet.
Okay.
And it is still looking dark, but it seems like nobody else is paying attention. Like they can't see it, or I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know.
Okay.
Lilia, yeah. Everybody else is just ignoring it
Yeah.
and carrying on with the festivities. You do notice Lilia and Johana in this case, or rather, no, Lilia, you also get muffled,
Okay.
Okay.
like instantly. And Johana, do you react to the muffled in any way?
I do. Like, I kind of, like, put out my arm, like, you know, like when you get muffled anyways, and you're like, what the fuck? So,
Johana sort of grabs your shoulders and is like, "Are you okay?" Because she evidently does not have the same thing happen.
I am okay, but something is not.
Are we just walking? Where'd your friend go?
I don't know. But all I know
Wynn?
is that right now everything seems way quieter than it should be.
That's
Can
weird.
you hear yourself?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
hear
I can hear myself, and I can hear Johana.
Barely.
Barely,
She's
okay.
like right next to you, and it's her voice is also getting muffled.
Yeah, I can barely, and I tell her that I'm like, I can barely hear you.
All right, so that's happening.
Okay.
Wynn.
I'm gonna keep moving forward, just sort of one step at a time.
So you are now presented with these two pedestals with flames, and then in the center you see this sort of circle of flames appear on what appears to be the ground,
Okay.
and this burst of flame just in the center. You sort of blink away as it's so bright, and in front of you is a beautiful woman with sort of... So her eyes are very, like, tilted down and pointed. It sort of looks elvish, but, like, messed up and strange. Her hair is, like, perfectly put back in this big, sort of odd mohawk type thing, but with a lot of hair, and it sort of covers her whole head and goes down into a point. She is wearing this sort of outfit with bones and things all over it, and she's very lithe, and she has what you can see now are very pointed sort of talons, and her eyes are like black. And now you can see this tail whip out from behind. A very thin tail.
Okay.
And she says, "Well, well, well. At long last, we've met, Wynn. How are you enjoying the sword?"
I wouldn't say enjoying would be the correct word, but who are you exactly?
And at that moment, Lilia,
Yeah.
have you kept moving forward?
Does Johana think it's a good idea?
Johanna's like, I mean, it's weird, but I think we should look for your friend.
Okay.
Come
So
on.
I'll keep moving
and
forward.
like moves forward, and you suddenly don't feel Johanna's hands on your arms anymore, and you find yourself in this black void. And Johana in the real world is like, Lilia?
Oh no.
I did a bad thing. I regret the thing I did.
Mistakes
And you find
were
yourself
made.
in the void now, looking at Wynn and this weird looking beautiful woman in between the two pedestals of fire.
like a tiefling elf thing.
And you hear Wynn ask, "And who are you?" And she looks back behind and says, "Oh, we have another visitor. Please come join your friend Wynn here. If you're in here, it means you're part of his group, I'm assuming."
Yes.
come, join us.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. My name, to answer your question, is Rysera. I am the daughter of Geryon, Queen of Malbolg, the Circle of Hell.
Fun.
I am here to inform you that enough time has passed for our plans to be put into a little bit of motion. Wynn, I guess regret to inform you that your soul now belongs to Geryon. In having that sword for any length of time, thanks to Trust's wonderful magic, you have signed a contract with a Lord of Hell. Congratulations.
Sounds about right.
Okay. Oh my god! Well,
Sure,
gosh, that would have been nice to know before I signed up for this. What exactly does that contract entail?
Well, mainly that if you die at any point, your soul will be sent to Malbolg for all eternity for torture and terrible imprisonment. Also, at the snap of my fingers, I can kill you at any instant and send you there myself. My mother, Geryon, is, well, she is the contract queen of all the hells. Our friend, Trust, had, well, he had his own problems with us, another contract, and he had to break it, and this was his payment to get us another soul, you see. Anyway, the point is that at any point I will be calling upon you for different duties to help the cause of our Circle of Hell.
And that cause being?
Oh, well, we'll get to that later. I'm only here to inform today and answer questions not related to our eventual goals, of course. Yes, Lilia, it looks like you're perking up.
I'm just soaking in all this brand new information, which none of us totally saw coming.
Okay.
Amazing.
Fucking man.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Should have left the sword in the ethereal
There's all
blade.
sorts of "and I told you so."
Well, hang on. Let's try to make the best of a bad situation here.
Yeah,
I like how Wynn's the positive
hell
one.
could be perfectly fine. It's a
I
good
just have a
circle
question
in
for
hell.
you. Queen of this Circle of Hell. Why am I here?
Oh, I'm not the queen.
Oh.
My mother, Geryon, is the queen. I'm simply
The prince.
the princess.
The princess.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the
so
word for
Princess
it.
of
Princess
Hell.
of Hell. Cool.
Why am I here?
Well, you see, that sword has been used to help the Bone Era, I believe is
Okay.
what you are called, for quite some time, and it turns out that there is some amount of power we have over you as well.
No.
Trust's magic
Wait,
is-
over like me
Okay.
specifically, or us
Impressive.
as an entire group?
You, all of you. All
Well, that's not
proxy.
ideal.
Contract by proxy.
Sorry, guys.
I look at Wynn. Like, this is like what, like, I just started, like, not ignoring the princess, but I just look at Wynn with, like, the glare of 1,000 suns.
Kieran,
Sarah, we're all damn.
We're all
Okay.
damn, Sarah.
Why wouldn't we?
So,
Avoid
Your
it.
boy, your
So
boy's
sorry,
probably
princess.
damn too.
what does that mean for the rest of my friends?
It means that if I can't kill you as easily, but if you die, I wouldn't feel good about your soul. I mean, I would. My mother would. And everybody working in the prisons of Malbolg would. But maybe you wouldn't have such a good time.
Does that mean we can't revive anyone anymore?
No.
Oh, okay.
We would just briefly be, I think, in a lot of pain before being revived.
Or if you're like
Perhaps it's a good thing you didn't
Dead,
remember
dead.
what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a big fucking hint. Jesus.
What?
me and Wynn
I didn't remember
roll
anything
well
that
on
happened
our
the first time I
recollection.
died.
Oh, yeah.
So
I didn't
fuck.
remember anything. Fuck.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, this has been fun. Is that all? Can I go?
Absolutely, you are free to go. We will call upon Wynn for a task in the near future.
Yeah, what kind
as
of
a
tasks
as a
would you have me
consolation
be
prize, please keep the sword. Should serve you well.
Guess the
doing? I
damage
believe
is
I
already
have
done.
plans for it.
There are many things that our wonderful queen could call upon you to do. Many tasks. Probably a few of them a bit dangerous, but I've seen what you all can handle. And I'm supposed to be I can't think of the word. I keep wanting to saying arbitrator, but that's not a word.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
is.
the person-
Arbitrator's a
yeah.
word.
Is
Yeah.
it? I don't think it's the word for somebody who handles the contract. But,
Arbitrator is a
whatever.
person who
Mediator. Yeah.
mediates, I think, to settle a
Right.
dispute, yeah.
Okay.
So something along those lines
A
of a
lawyer.
word I can't think of. Yeah, basically a
lawyer.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Or parole officer.
Sorry,
He's our
just
parole officer.
Really quick to clarify. What is your relationship, if any, to the guy that we shouldn't talk about?
Morlos?
That's the one.
Oh, you know, the circles of hell are well aware of his striving for power, but none of us are worried, and there's still business to attend to, you see.
Oh, so you're not related
Alright.
to him?
No, he's celestial. We fiends don't like celestials.
Fair.
Okay, you know what? This actually.
Alright.
Okay, we can deal with this. This is fine.
It's
That
fine.
is a remarkable
It's fine.
reaction
As long
to
as
this
someone
situation.
feels like it's fine, then I guess it's fine.
Oh, Sarah.
No. It's
Like, it's
I could live
certainly
with
not
this.
ideal, but compared to some of the other things that we've been forced to deal with, this is fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm fine with this for right now.
Really?
Well, I will bid thee adieu then.
All right.
Please inform the rest of the party that we will be calling upon you soon.
All right. I'll talk to you then.
Wonderful to meet you. Goodbye. And just in an instant, the flames go out, and you find yourself in the busy sort of streets
And
of the.
and Lilia
thing
just
again.
turns on Wynn.
Okay.
Johanna's
Just
like, "Oh, you're back."
starts screaming like, "What the fuck? We told you to get rid of it. We told you how many times that you needed to get rid of it.
alright.
And what did you do? You claimed that it was useful and that nothing bad would happen.
I didn't say nothing bad would happen. Just that we could handle it.
Not only have you damned yourself, you've damned all of us."
I'm sorry.
All
What?
right.
Damned.
Do we hear them screaming from inside the bar?
No, I'm still
Make a perception
storytelling.
check.
You know it was not my intention to do that. I would never do this
After
intentionally.
17.
I almost got abducted with the bagpipes and you still
15.
decided to keep the sword knowing full well it might cause harm.
What were those numbers?
I would have been fine if it
I
was
got a
just my
17.
soul on the line, but I can't say it enough. I'm sorry.
I got a 15.
Okay,
I got a 19 on a performance check for telling my story still.
You tell a damn good story. Lisa's still like
Thanks,
enraptured.
Ella.
Shar, since you are sober, you do hear yelling from the from the.
Ah,
Oh, guys, I
Alright.
think that's ours.
So, if you need any work done, be stealth, stealing, murder, the bone era. That's what you need. So I don't know how long we're gonna be in town, but if you have any job, let us know.
I'm slipping out. I'm like, okay, Nala, come on, let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
yeah.
And he's just like, "All right, yeah, we'll talk to you late. Yep, all right, it's all right. Another drink." And like people, like her bodyguards who were standing around, sort of descend on the table now that they have chairs again. You head out into the alleyway, and you hear this part of the conversation with yelling and whatnot. Johanna's sort of standing there, like
Does it look like there's gonna be a fight?
sort of looking confused. It's just mostly like Wynn apologizing profusely, Johana going, wait, what's this about damned? Could we get back to the damned thing?
Everyone, calm
I just
emotion.
did a bad thing.
Lilia shouting.
Can we cast calm emotions on Lilia?
Yeah, right. Let's calm emotion on everybody.
else
I never have
funny.
calm emotion
we
equipped
just
because
calm
Lilia
emotions?
uses it so often.
I'm gonna need about 5 million more drinks.
I'd say have calm emotion, but I don't
No,
have
it's
it.
fine. I was kidding.
Because
So we just walk out.
seems
You
redundant.
walk out, you see this?
Wow, he must have fucked up if
Well-
he made Lilia that mad.
What'd I miss? What did we miss? What happened?
Not intentional, not intentional.
What did you miss? What did you miss? Wynn's sword got us all damned.
What? Like, for real?
Yes.
kind of damned?
We just talked with a princess of fucking hell.
Was she pretty?
Yes, very.
Yeah,
No.
actually.
I mean,
Day
she's
is our
from
day
this
off.
world.
That's
I mean,
Day
not my taste.
is our
like,
day
like,
off.
Objectively good looking. Yeah.
Objectively creepy but hot. It like was kind of like
Yeah.
mark me down as scared and horny. Like
Exactly.
What does that mean for us?
it.
Bad
Basically,
things, I'm assuming.
if we die, our souls go to hell because Wynn used his sword to help all of us.
Oh, damn.
Wait, going forward or has always been the case?
Has always
I
been.
think has always been the case. And not only that, but Wynn is now at the beck and call of this princess from a circle of hell.
Oh, no.
So,
I'd like to
I hope that
backhand
sword
win.
serves you well.
Okay, I deserve that.
What is that?
Well, that all
That's
says
An
Johana.
athletics check?
That's
no, it's...
quite something.
It's...
is that just
just an attack roll.
unarmed attack?
I'm
Sure.
Does this town?
It's a 17.
An unarmed strike.
What'd you do?
Nala's backhanding me.
Okay, yeah, you slap him.
It's a 17 unarmed hit.
Ow.
Take 1 point of damage, Wynn.
Okay.
I'm very disappointed in you, Rumi.
That's fair.
This town, does it have like a temple area?
No.
This does not seem like a very
It's
religious
crime.
place.
I'm just
We're
very
in Crime
curious
Alley in Crime Town.
what having my soul promised to hell also means for me and Weejas, but I'll
You may
wait.
need to pray on this.
I'll talk to her later.
Well, I've just been
Johana
telling
says-
our story, and this actually seems quite appropriate for our group. So,
Johana says, like a devil contract, that's not good, y'all.
We should probably keep this under wraps for
Oh my
now.
god, you definitely used the sword with Ernesto. My
yeah,
relationships
Oh, no.
are doomed.
I didn't even
we
think about
need
that.
to-
All my relationships are doomed when they start.
So does
He's
this
gonna
mean we should
die.
bury the
My
sword?
wife
So
is
Go to hell
dead.
together.
Everyone's
Rest out of
dead.
Wynn's hand.
My
Interestingly, you
Kieran
do know that
spirals.
the sword was used around Johana as well, so you don't know who it affects.
Yeah, the sword was used around every Resistenza.
Maybe it's only a certain amount of exposure over time. They'll
Like,
probably
You don't know what your
okay.
contract
We
says.
don't
Yeah, I would need to look
Should
that
see if
over.
we can get a
Is
copy.
it possible that we could get an actual written copy from?
I don't know
our
that much
legal
about devil
purposes.
contracts, y'all. You'll have to find someone else.
Let me work that out, guys. This is my ass on the line.
This is
No,
all
it's
of our
all of
asses on the
us.
line.
now it's everyone's ass.
I am dying.
She's about to go into another tirade and then, like, visibly calms herself down.
Johana like touches Lilia's
Kieran's
shoulder.
crouched down, just rocking at this point.
I think I
I'm
might
sorry,
have sobered up
Kieran,
now.
I'm sorry.
Have we all sobered up from the shock?
Probably.
Well, this was some night off. I think we should all find a place to sleep and talk about it tomorrow once we've cooled off a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
It's already getting pretty late. And
Wynn, should
anyways.
we, like, get rid of your sword?
At this point, I don't think that would help.
We're under contract already. I don't think getting rid of the sword gets us out.
I guess not.
We're
She
in our
did say
bed
she
that we
should kill
made.
us. She did say she could kill me with a snap. So really, I don't think I should be doing anything to annoy her.
Great. We don't
The
know
good
if
thing
it
is
can get any worse, though.
The good thing is she can't
At
kill
this
us
point,
with a snap. So
Anything's possible.
Oddly,
We're
that doesn't make
only-
me feel much better.
contractually obligated to go to hell after we die. She can't take us there beforehand.
There's a spirit inside of that sword, correct?
Well, you knew that already.
I know, I knew that. I'm just wondering if we can sway said spirit to possibly take us off this contract.
Darkheart.
Right.
I don't think that's how it works.
You never
There's
know.
a
We know
in your
we're
sword?
going to have to
Right.
ask.
We're not very good at
Speculation
persuading
game.
anything.
We're back in
We
the
could change it to
speculation game.
allegiances.
We don't
Maybe.
successfully persuade things very often, much less demon swords.
Might have to reforge.
Shall we move somewhere besides this alleyway?
Yeah, I need
let's-
a drink.
Let's get.
This is a great
Let's stay
pub
at one of the
crawl.
smaller inns.
That sounds good.
There's one over here. Let's just head back to the other one.
The
Is there a,
The Red
is there
Wind
a
Ale
pub
House.
with
Yeah,
an inn
sure.
attached to it, Johanna?
The red.
Yeah, Red Wind
yeah.
has
The Red
has
Wind?
some rooms. Not they're not nice, but they're fine.
We've seen
I'd
worse,
rather
I'm
stay
sure.
there than this place. I'd never get to sleep in this place. As you hear, like, super boisterous, more shouts from inside. Apparently, another drinking contest has started.
Jesus, how do these people wake up in the mornings?
Look, it's a
Crime.
crime.
crime, yes.
Crime starts its day way
Where's
late.
Batman?
Who? Owlbear Man?
The owlbear.
Damn it,
The
that's gotta
owlbear.
be Lilia. I am the knight.
I am the night.
No, in one of the Critical Role one shots, Taliesin plays basically Batman, and he calls himself the owlbear. It's very funny.
I love it.
Anyway, so you make your way, Johanna leading you all back to the other inn, and she's like, "Don't worry about the room cost. I got y'all."
Thank God.
And
The one good.
pays for the rooms for y'all, however many you want. And you
I'm
head
gonna be by
upstairs.
myself. I don't want to be shacking with Wynn tonight. I'm upset
That's fair.
with Wynn.
That's fair.
And the bartender's like, "Well, that's all our rooms, so yeah, the whole upstairs floor is yours for the
Well,
night."
that's kind of fun. It's like a house party.
Yay.
with alcohol and crying.
And crying, yeah.
Isn't that a house party?
Yeah,
That's exactly how
yeah,
house
it's
party.
perfect. We
That
did
was
it.
my Halloween
Yeah.
party.
Congratulations, guys.
Alcohol and
Yeah, I was the one crying. Just like now.
So you head upstairs. Johanna sort of says, "All right, well, I've got this room over here.
Oh.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'm expecting a weird hangover, and we'll talk. I told Lilia some stuff. I'll talk to y'all in the morning, though, because I am now very tired, especially with this additional news."
Okay.
Night. And she
Night.
heads off. Y'all go to bed.
It's gonna
We're
be
gonna-
very hard for me to get to sleep.
We're going to take a
Very
break
hard.
later, because I have to pee again.
I'm gonna go grab more water.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the mid-session announcements for episode 20 of Welcome to the Bone Era. Obviously, things are all insanity right now. Solidarity to all the protesters. Everybody make sure to support Black Lives Matter. Donate to bail funds, donate to support funds for the protesters, and if you can actually go out and protest, do so. If you are a white person, use your whiteness to defend black people who may be under a special attack by the militant, terrible terrorist organization that is the police. I know you listen to this show for Dungeons and Dragons, but if you hadn't figured out that I'm a communist by now, well, here we are. But yes, this is the mid-session announcements. This is our first episode where we are not actually in person, which is why the quality is different and stuff, but it ended up working out really well, so we will continue our release schedule as scheduled. For all my normal stuff, if you have the means and wish to support Hellas Hand Productions and all the art that I do and we do, you can head over to patreon.com/CameronOfEskDavis and consider throwing me $1. I don't actually have reward tiers, but if you think you want to support the company and what projects we're doing, that's available. All the music on here, obviously, is still by Tabletop Audio. TabletopAudio.com is a really excellent place to get music and ambiences and mixes of those two things for your tabletop games. Definitely check that out, TabletopAudio.com. My new show, Storyboard, is rolling. We have 3 episodes out right now. You can head over to Hellas Hand Productions' YouTube channel to see those episodes. This coming Saturday, June the 6th, I have my friend and just excellent voice actor Jason Marnoka on the show, so you'll want to catch that. It should be a really fun time. Storyboard airs at 2 p.m. Central every Saturday, provided I am able to get a guest, and it will probably last throughout the summer. I think I'm just going to do a summer season, but like John Oliver's show, we may or may not have shows every week. It just depends on who we can get and stuff like that. This past Saturday, I did a one-shot set in the Bone Era universe for a online-only tabletop role-playing game pickup con. I did a one-shot of Murder at the Avari Vineyard, which includes the story of what actually happened at the Avari Vineyard when Johana et al. Tried to stop the assassination of Sabrina and Amore. I will be releasing that, just Zoom audio, so none of the super high-quality audio that we've been providing, but I will be releasing that as a bonus episode once I edit it. Other than that, I don't really have anything more to say, except still solidarity with the protesters. Riots are the language of the unheard. The police are the ones rioting. And if you're going to protest, protest because you support Black lives, not only because you hate the police. And do be sure to support as many of these institutions that are trying to help the protesters and trying to help the movement as much as you can if you have the means. Anyway, without further ado, let's get back into it. We're back. And as is custom, I have the second half with
At some point, can we take a screenshot so we can just remember this, even though we're not posting it anywhere? Don't do that.
When we do it, can Tess
I was just
change
not
your
gonna
name
post
to
the
Queen
video.
Elsa? Because I thought that was hilarious at the beginning. When everybody had their D&D names and then just like Queen Elsa.
I had a princess
Goth
party this
Elsa,
morning, and because Zoom says your name, I have to change my name to something about Elsa when I'm doing it, because otherwise
that
the kids are
makes sense.
why does that not
Perfect.
say Elsa?
Right. Who's Tess?
I thought it was really funny that Audra McDonald was using her Will's son's webcam. Because it said, G. Swenson on it. And I was like, ah! Sorry,
All
I
right.
nerded out a little bit.
So-
I thought it was fun.
What kind of crazy fucked up dreams did I have?
Shopping
yeah,
day.
right.
It's shopping day.
Oh yeah, did you
Before
pray
bed-
before you went to sleep?
Did you pray?
Yeah, what did you do anybody
I
do
definitely
anything?
would have.
Just
Yes,
basically laid
I
awake
did
until
something.
4 a.m.
Quick.
Okay, one at a time. So, who wants to go first with what they did last night?
All I did was write a letter. I wrote
Okay.
a letter that, if all goes well, I'm going to try and plane shift somewhere else. Or just teleport it somewhere. Figure out how to do that shit.
Okay. Char
I
writes
wrote a letter.
We just got a letter.
wonder
I send a brief prayer to Yaren.
Okay.
The prayer is just help. Like if it were written out, it would be lowercase h, lowercase e, capital L, capital P with a question mark and an exclamation mark.
Help? Yep.
That's it.
Okay, you do that. Wynn?
I lie awake for a long time, just regretting everything I've ever done.
Damn.
God.
Yeah, Nala, were you going to do it?
Nala will do a quick prayer as well, but to Bahamut. Just to first to thank him for any possibility of him helping him come back to life, and let him know about what's going on with the contract.
About the devil
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, sure. All right, cool.
Char doesn't pray anymore.
All right.
Kieran?
Yeah, Kieran, do you do anything?
I was letting the screaming end. Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is he's gonna make some cocoa. And he's gonna write a note that says, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed." And he's gonna leave it at Wynn's door and knock and then run back to his room. Just so he knows. Not mad at you.
Okay.
This just sucks. Because sometimes your kids do things
Wynn.
that disappoint you.
Yeah.
You forgive them.
So Wynn, the other
Grown-ass man.
middle-aged man. You get that letter.
We had a moment in
And after I
Scorch
just
Pass.
opened up my heart to
Exactly.
Kieran at that party, I feel really bad.
That's why I've got to tell him that it's okay. Because we had
All right.
a moment. And then I'm going to pray to Ouija's and just be like, hey, what's up? We've been talking a lot. Hope my once again dead wife is good. Hope you're good too. Just found out that I am contractually possibly obligated to not have a soul that can be your soul anymore because it's a hell soul. So, thoughts?
Good lord.
Okay, make a religion check for me.
That's a... Wait. 18.
Okay. You hear something back and says, which says, "That's a toughie."
Thanks.
Good to know.
She did it. She solved all my problems. Thank God.
It's like when you ask your therapist how to cope with something, and they're like, "Your
Sucks.
feelings are valid," and you're like, "Thanks."
That doesn't help.
I hate.
What do
valid.
I do?
Valid is the most like annoying thing. Ugh, I was like, yeah, I know.
No. Yeah, I know.
Right, my issues aren't
Doesn't
that I'm
mean they suck
unvalid.
less.
My problems
Yeah, I
are
get
that
it. What do I-
sucks.
What do I do to make
It's
the
the sucking.
shaking stop?
People do that with gender stuff a lot too. Your everything's valid, and I'm like, I got that. It's
I
not
get that
stopping
part.
anything else.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, in the very relatively early morning, Lilia, you get a knock on the door,
Oh,
and you hear, "Hey,
Hey.
you up?"
I've like blearily go to answer the door, and like my hair is like it's still like in braids, kind of, but the braids are all frayed. I'm like, no, not really, but you can come on in.
Oh, all right. I'm just up for the day. It's like 6 a.m. Sorry. Yeah. And
come
she
on
comes
in.
inside.
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank you for last night and tell you that I think I'm gonna go talk with Tatsiano.
Okay.
And I was wondering if y'all, as a group, wanted to come with us, but I mean, wanted to specifically ask you to as well.
Yeah. I mean, when are you thinking about going?
And you know, when everyone's up and we've talked about it, it's on my mind.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
I'm a action-oriented person, I guess.
Yeah. Just let me give me like half an hour or so to like wake up and get my brain in order.
Right. Yeah. This is weird, isn't it? I'm gonna leave.
I mean, you can stick around if you want. You don't need to leave if you don't want to. But also, I have to like lay back down for 15 minutes.
Well, I'm not gonna creepily watch you sleep. I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
All right. Well, I'll see you down there.
See you down there. And she heads down. In the next amount of time, y'all wake up. What would you like to do?
Shar, you wake up first. Anything
We're still muted.
Stare at the table and not eat anything for breakfast.
Tastes like devil.
It tastes like
And that's
Tastes like disappointment.
Damn this bread. It's damned.
So after Lilia like lays down for 15 minutes and then like puts herself together, she goes downstairs. When she sees Wynn, she silently prestidigitizes at least his part of his armor to be cold.
Ooh, that's fair.
Creating a chill.
Just
Bullying.
Look up at her and slowly.
But
nod,
it's like from like across the room, so it's like I do it like it purposely to not be noticed that it was me.
So you're just creeped out.
So when you just feel a chill down your spine.
Okay, fair.
Bullying in my campaign, it's more likely than you think.
Can Char do her thing where since she only needs 4 hours of sleep, she gets up earlier than everyone else and does a lap around the city? Okay.
You do a lap around
gonna
the
do
city.
that.
There seem to be a decent number of shady figures
Okay.
in this city.
Okay.
Not unsurprisingly, I suppose. Especially around the warehouses. There's a lot of business that happens
Alright.
in the evenings at certain warehouses, apparently.
Do I notice... sorry, continue, and then I'll ask questions.
Nope, go ahead. I was just making shit up.
Do I notice, like, any noticeable differences between the two warehouses? Like, one is obviously for a brother and a knight, and one is for the other family. Like, is there differences in the way they look, or how, like, people are going in and out of them? Or...
the Biamontes are much more branded than the Brethren of Knights. So the same, like, black, gold, and silver colors are all over it. And it's, like, labeled with the Biamonte family and stuff, and all of the goods coming in and out have a label on them and whatnot, and you can, like, tell.
Okay.
And the other one is a very plain, like, super weirdly plain gray building.
And,
with no one seemingly around that.
yeah. Okay, cool. Well, since my attempt the other night to case the satin silken sheet or whatever went so poorly, I'm gonna try and just look at least at these two buildings, like where all the entrances and exits are. I just want to kind of get my bearings a little more around the city, so if I need to know where to go in a hurry, I can do that.
Okay.
So that's my goal.
For this, I'm gonna have you make a stealth check as well.
24.
Okay. Okay. So you sneak around the building, dodging in and out of the alleys and whatnot. You find it's a big fucking rectangle. There are 4 doorways.
on
it
the
seems.
on the brothel specifically.
Oh, I thought you were on the.
Oh
warehouse
no, I
side.
meant like the whole town in general, just kind of like casing. Just kind of like
Every
walking
single
around,
town.
knowing my way around more than I would have had I not gotten up 4 hours earlier, basically.
Okay. The silken sheet seems to have business throughout the night. There are windows on the higher floors as well as on the ground floor. But there's only a front door. It looks like.
Okay.
From what you
Okay.
can see, at least.
Cool. Yeah, I was just looking around. But, okay.
Yeah. And the warehouse. I mean, I can say you went over there
Yeah.
too. There's 4 doors on each of the walls. There is
Okay.
one double door.
Okay.
But and there's it's just a big fucking
Okay.
rectangle.
I just looked around and then I came back.
Okay. Johana sees Lilia come down and others and says, "Hi, good morning."
Morning, officially.
Yeah, there's breakfast here, and she points, waves her hand to the table, and there's like a spread of various breakfast items. It's good breakfast food of various types, and there is vegetarian available when Shar comes back. Did y'all have something on the docket today? Because I was hoping to run a thing past y'all.
Well, we were hoping to do a quick supply run, see if we can get any more diamonds. But apart from that,
The other night before
Not really.
we were informed about our circumstance, I was trying to ingratiate myself to one of the Biamonte, try and see if we
To
can...
Issa?
Yes. To see if we can possibly acquire at least some basic materials. We may be approached and asked for a possible job or favor. Hopefully the former rather than the latter.
Well, that might help us all if I stop being such a pissy bitch every once in a while.
When we
Sorry
were a
about
pissy
that.
bitch.
But
in front of Issa the other night.
Oh, it's the dragon. Sorry.
Should we also
The dragon. Yes. Sorry.
actually fill Johana in on all the things?
Might be a good idea.
you can spend the breakfast. You don't have to
About
actually say
our,
it, but you can.
timeline that we're dealing with
Yeah,
here.
she knows. She knows.
Well,
She's
because we gave
aware.
She's aware of Vade.
Yeah, we gave the report to
Report to
Vidar.
Yeah.
We filter in on, just the basics, but not the details.
Yeah.
You can spend breakfast saying that stuff, but you don't have to say it out loud here, because that would be tedious.
Yeah,
and
we'll
dumb.
bring her up to snuff on what we saw, what we did, and what we've heard.
All the future stuff and everything.
What we saw, what we did,
well,
what we heard.
And it all ended when my
Well,
wife died. The end. Again. When my wife died. Again.
For the second time.
The end.
well, that... I'm not sure what to do about all that. I'm barely able to handle what I have to do with all the stuff that I was already planning, unfortunately.
We're just making sure you're aware.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
What?
Sometimes I think I got into this nonsense a little too early in my life. I don't have enough experience with handling anything.
You can say that again.
Is that an insult?
No, I'm also...
we're just-
I'm
we're
too young.
we're all on the
We're
same
all-
page. I guess.
Yeah.
The under
Yeah,
30
I mean, I think that's
traumatized
why I
as
like
hell.
y'all. I think that's why I like y'all quite a bit, because, I don't know, we're all young people except for
I'm too old to die young.
Jesus Christ, Karen.
And,
That's a song, but I stole it.
I got it.
I'm the good die young.
You're not allowed, Kieran. You're our only hope to stay out of hell.
Not right now. I don't have any diamonds.
Yeah.
Why?
There's no hope.
Yeah,
This is why I
we gotta fix
ingratiated ourselves with the family the other night. Hopefully we can remedy this. Sure.
Well, that might come into use for what I would like to do as well. I mean, you heard me talk about a pseudo-dragon, and she fills you in on that whole stuff. So everything about her family's pet and the Biamontes blackmailing the new barons in Belmare and taking Vinci. And apparently, I'm assuming it's at their estate, or Vinci's at their estate, which you may have noticed the large mansion. That one is, in fact, the Biamontes estate.
Issa said that her father has the dragon.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only things I can think of is ask what they need in order to trade for it, try and buy it or something, or buy him, or, I mean, the other option is a heist.
No.
I'm also not saying we should necessarily try to play both sides here, but I want to fill everybody in on how we went to that inn, and he was like the night, whatever, Brethren of Night will contact you when they want to. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, that sounds
Yeah,
ominous.
so, I mean, maybe if we do a favor for the Biamontes, we can also, like, at the same time be doing one. I don't know. Just,
I think it's. I don't think.
putting that on the table.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to, ask the Biamontes first, and then, if they say no, or the thing that they ask for is absolutely ridiculous, then we can plan a heist.
No, definitely.
Yeah, because stealing something from a
Sounds good to me.
crime
I am
family,
high.
not top of my list of things to do.
Yeah, but we've stolen from werewolves. How much worse can it be?
Well, but this is like a crime family with connections, whereas the werewolves were just in that spot.
And
Yeah, I'm
we
from
are
a crime
damned.
family with connections.
We know now
We're slowly making our
We're,
way
like-
across the map, just
I'm gonna say
pissing
we
people
were
off.
wanted, now we're not as wanted. Maybe we're wanted again.
What are you saying?
we
Who's to
are
say?
damned. I am not going to hell for rescuing a black pseudo-dragon. I would rather ingratiate myself to the family and win this dragon of their good graces.
I mean, I would tend to agree. I like talking rather than jumping into a fight. I mean, I can handle
Yeah,
myself.
I mean,
but-
Nala seemed to get along pretty well, so she could go and be like, hey, that favor, we can do it. And then when she tells us what it is, be like, we would like the dragon.
So, Johana,
It's a good idea.
do any of the Biamontes actually know who you are and what your connections are to them?
I'm sure they do. Whether they recognized me, they knew me when I was younger.
So, and
Because they tried to do similar shit with our family, but we didn't have any real baggage.
right.
Basically.
So, if you're asking for the dragon back, is that going to be a plus or a minus for you?
I couldn't say.
Okay.
How long has this family been in possession of this dragon?
5 years or so, I'd say.
How old is it?
Quite. It's been in our family for a couple generations. If it were a normal dragon, it would be ancient, or at least adult in age. So, 50, 60 years or something. I mean, given pseudo-dragon years.
Okay.
When they still live a while.
If we do this, and we do plan on engaging in both parties, we must be careful in how we engage with both of them. I would suggest we never meet them at their place of residency or business. We keep everything at a third location so they cannot hang any kind of blackmail on us of us knowing their business or us knowing the business of the other. We have to be exceptionally careful with how we interact with these individuals, where we interact.
That may be
with them.
I mean, that's a good idea. I'm just not sure where the other places would be. I guess there are around the city, but they do tend to, for the exact reason you're talking about, they want to know who their friends are.
I mean,
and so
we
they'll
are not
invite them.
friends. We are travelers. We are adventurers.
I thought you just said we should ingratiate ourselves.
We
to
can do favors for those without becoming actual.
friends.
Well, they don't have to be our
Employees.
friends, but we have to be their friends. And the good thing that we have on our side is none of this is our turf.
Yes, we're passing through. We are seeking
Right, but-
jobs. You have jobs to give.
Right, but also, I mean, as someone who spent a significant portion of their life pretending to be other people's friends for money, you don't have to let them be your friend.
I think we should follow Lilia's lead on this one. She has the most experience scamming people.
I used to be a
And
charlatan.
just in
You just what?
I am
just
for
in
that.
case-
I'm just not for heist.
We're not. That's. But we're
I know,
all on the
I
same
know,
page.
right.
we're
there.
leaning against heists,
Make
yeah.
sure. That's
Let's talk to them first.
Yeah, I mean,
yet.
we can talk to them. I'm just thinking that they'll probably invite us into the estate
fine, yeah.
Tatiano doesn't really meet with people outside of it because that's where he's most protected.
Yeah.
And I would much rather meet them at their estate and get to know them on a personal level so then we can use that personal level against them later.
Sure, that makes sense. And I'd say that it is worth it's a risk if I am leading it. So
No crawling on the chair.
So Lilia, I mean, you're the talker in this situation.
Oh, boy.
I'm just gonna pretend to be no one,
Okay.
Would you like me to
and you're
disguise
just
you as
interested
to
in a
nobody?
pseudo dragon, I guess. Oh, I can do that myself. But yeah, so I guess you're travelers and you want to do jobs, and while you're meeting them, maybe you see the pseudo dragon and you're interested in. I don't know.
What if the
Sure.
dragon's
But
not
it's
in the room?
I don't know. Maybe you're looking for interesting pets.
Well, Issa
I've
did
heard
say
about
to
it.
Nala that they were the ones to come to if you were interested in rare and interesting things. So
And I'm
we can always go
That's
under
true.
that guise.
And me being a
Just
dragonborn, I can
collector
try and
adventurers.
apologize to Bahamut under my breath. I mean, I could try and work my becoming as to I need a dragon of this type for an aspect of
Sure.
it.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, I could also bring out my high society clothes
Yeah. Oh, I have fancy clothes
be-
too.
and be someone who, and like be other, I mean, oh god, I don't want to actually use my title because I don't know if it means anything to people out here.
Titles are always useful.
Oh, fuck. Does it still work if you were like exiled? Probably not.
They don't know that.
I've used my own.
This is crime. Crime might.
No, I-
Yeah,
didn't
they don't
accept
know
it.
that.
They might respect that if they do.
Well, do you all want to meet the daughter of the Empire?
Yes, Queen.
Princess.
Yes, actually. Fucking hell. Okay.
We have a lot of peerage in this group.
I'm gonna go into my inventory, and I have one super nice outfit.
That we stole.
That we stole.
Oh, right, you
So
did.
I can. I'm still gonna wear like my hood and stuff and like keep my head down, but I'll just make myself look a little richer.
Yeah. My robe's still nice, but it needs a good mending.
We need to look like the only prize we want is like a dragon. Like we don't need money.
Ooh. Yes. So
Well, me
I
and Wynn will
will.
stay outside then.
I put on my finer fancy clothes that I have, and then does any I want to like adorn myself in this, but I don't know if I'd be able to.
We have those crazy gems we took out of the
That's what I was
Garistro
thinking.
ring.
Is like to wear like an abyssal gem.
Oh my god.
Yes, right here.
Do it. Oh my god.
It's like this massive fucking...
But I don't have any sort of
it's a very fancy brooch.
skills. When did I get sapphires?
That was from the dragon.
from the dragon. You pull... Johana also pulls out and is able to come up with fancy clothing as she...
We do
has
need to
money
bring
was
Wynn
the
and
daughter
Kieran
of
in
a
though,
baron.
because they are like, besides Nala, like the muscle, and we need that for people to think that we are capable of pulling off said dangerous tasks. Because you look
That's
at Wynn and you're like, oh yeah, they can do this. Look at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Are.
Look at that.
I have a ninja
Yeah,
suit.
and he's got a dope staff.
Yeah, I've got a dope staff and a ninja suit.
Little do
I
they
feel
know,
like-
Kieran is very squishy.
So we'll just shine
Kieran.
up Wynn's armor like super
Not
shiny.
that squishy.
No,
I-
we're
I
not dirty
think
it up.
Kieran-
No.
Shitty.
No.
Make it look awesome.
Kieran, I mean, since you're a holy man, I feel like robes are all right. No holy men, no matter how rich they are, wear anything different.
That's fair. And I got this dope stick, so.
And Wynn can be a bodyguard or something. I mean, well, this was interesting breakfast conversation. I have had 4 cups of coffee. Shall we go make our introductions?
Sure.
We shall.
Did we not want to go shopping first?
We have to. We
Oh,
have
we
to
can
make
go
our
shopping?
introductions
Let's
to go
do that.
shopping.
No, yeah, we gotta go shopping first.
No, there is the market
Yeah.
that's available. to
We
the
gotta go
public.
find diamonds at least.
We'll see if they're at the market, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry.
You head over to the market. It is in the town square.
Fancy.
You head over to the market, which is in the town square. It is similar to any market. Same sort of idea, except it's not in the desert this time. What are you trying to acquire here?
Diamonds. Oh, we're muted. Diamonds.
You're
Diamonds.
muted, but diamonds. All right.
Diamonds and rubies.
All right. Make an investigation check, whoever's looking for
Oh,
those.
no.
I nominate Shar.
You're still muted.
Oh, unmute. I nominate Shar.
Why me?
You have higher investigation.
My investigation check is only +3.
I'm +1.
I can
Whoever's got
look.
the highest. is
I've,
what I'm
I've got
getting.
I've got an eye.
Oh
I've got
yeah,
an eye.
okay.
Might as well.
He's
use
got an
some-
eye for this
But
kind of stuff.
we can still assist you, right? Because we're all looking at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hang on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me roll first, and
Okay.
I'll see.
See if you even need assistance.
I love how.
No, I mean, if you're choosing to assist, roll twice.
Okay. Okay, that's great. 17 plus
Yay.
6.
All right. Yeah. So you find there is past some like really nice clothing shops and some food stalls of glorious smelling food and whatnot, and lots of barkers. There's like a really good soap stall. It's like the one at Bristol where they fake that it's cheese.
Don't eat it. Yeah.
Don't eat the soap.
Like
And
walking into a Lush store.
Oh my gosh.
yeah. And you do eventually find sort of a jeweler's. And there is a proprietor there who is sort of sitting, just sort of reading, and looks up at you guys and calls over their son, who's this like kid who comes on. Well, how can I
It's not
help you
Ben.
today?
It's not bad.
It's not Ben.
Ben, why?
No, he was with
Emily.
What's her
He
name?
was in the
Emily.
basement.
Emily. Yeah.
Good morning.
Had no. Drinking our
How
beer.
can we help you?
Good morning. We are here.
Here at Jerry's Gems and
Jewels.
Jack's Jewels. Gems and Jewels.
Is that Jerry?
With a J or a G?
Both.
Yes, my father is Jerry. He is busy right now. I'm supposed to be helping with the store. And Jerry goes, look, just get what they want. Come on. He's like, I am.
Yes.
Anyway, what would
Yes,
you like?
good lad. I'm here for variety of items, specifically diamonds and rubies, if you have them.
Diamonds, rubies. Rubies we definitely have. I think we have some diamonds here. Let me go check. And he checks.
Nice kid you have there, Jerry.
Is that Jerry with a J
got-
or a G?
Why?
With a Y.
No, I'm asking why you want to know.
Because I was just wondering if it was like Jerry's Gems and Jewels like JGJ.
It's
or
with a G, but he's
GGJ.
Jerry Jr., which is with a J. So it's GJ.
Ooh.
Don't invent what my family name is. That's
I
my
apologize. I'm sorry. We've had a
It's a J.
Cool.
Gary, Jerry, Larry.
JGJ. I like it.
No, but they spell it with a J. Gems.
Oh.
Anyway,
We're not gonna get diamonds.
eventually you get there is like, if you want them, there's so many rubies and things here. Normally they sell them in necklaces and stuff, but if you want to take them and take out the jewels that you need for spells, it comes to roughly 800 golds worth of rubies.
For how many?
800 golds worth of
sorry,
rubies.
yeah.
And then 400 worth of diamonds.
I'll buy
You and Wynn gonna split that.
well, I'm about to say, I'll go 200 on diamonds. Still owing 100 to Kieran for later. And then I'm going to buy... How many rubies was it again?
800.
800. In various types. There's like some that are just around and not cut. There's some cut and there's some in jewelry.
I'm going to buy...
But they can be used for
So I'm going to buy 600 golds worth of rubies and 200 golds worth of diamonds.
Okay.
So I had a
Lily and I just put 2,000 each down toward that magical non-detection box. Yeah. Wynn, were you gonna go half in on those diamonds?
I can. I mean, how much did you need?
It's only 200
They
golds
only have 400.
left.
There's only 200 left.
I bought half and
Okay.
you can buy the other half.
And we'll just
Okay,
give
yeah,
them to Kieran.
I'll contribute the other half.
So 400
Alright.
total.
100.
400 gold total.
Yeah, give them immediately
Gold
to
worth
Kieran,
of
so you can add
diamonds.
that into your inventory, the
Okay.
diamonds.
So we can bring back one.
And the kid says, well, I'm sorry about the lack of... I mean, this is all the diamonds we had, but they're sort of rare as jewels go. So, and you can't just get, like, all diamonds you can't get from, like, Amniasari and shipped across the desert. And they've been having some problems with the caravans from there anyway. I'm glad we work for the Biamonte family, because they can get us, like, anything.
What kind of problems have the caravans been having?
I heard there was a dragon.
Oh, what, you mean
I wonder.
this dragon? I pull out a dragon tooth.
Oh, my God. That's so cool. And then
Wow.
Jerry goes, it's probably...
And then I'm like, oh, you mean this blue scale hide? I pull out the blue hide.
That's what you just had.
No, I just
And
pull
Jerry
out tooth.
finally, like, looks up and, like, puts his book down and actually stands up.
Oh boy.
Can I see that?
No, let's
Just looks at it. Wow. Sorry about my jab.
Is that jab with the G?
That's
or
really
a J?
impressive. A G. But that's impressive.
Yeah. So if you haven't
I mean,
heard,
people...
I'm pleased to inform you that the trade routes are now open.
That's great to know. I mean, it doesn't really affect our business. You now notice Jerry is wearing, like, a Biamonte pin, and his clothing is in that color as well. But yeah, I mean, people around here can sometimes use people like you, so...
Well,
Well, pleasure doing business anyway. Have a good day in Caer Shire. Goes back and sits there.
sounds like we can probably get work here, guys.
Hype man.
Hype man?
I wonder, where do the Biamontes get their gems from then?
We should ask.
I don't know if it counts.
Go ask him.
Okay, fine.
You can find out.
So I go back up to the counter. I'm like, excuse me. So
Yes?
hi there. I don't know. You might happen to know this with all the knowledge you have of your store, but where did these gems come from?
I'm always told never to ask.
Aha. It's a smart boy.
And Jerry grunts.
Thanks. And I take off.
Okay.
Miscellaneous.
Did you need anything else in the market? There's various items if you want to look for something.
Does anyone need any, like...
Did we want to try and get a couple potions? Because we kind of used
Yeah.
everything
Oh,
we
yeah.
had with the dragon.
Truth?
I have one potion
have-
of healing.
I have one as well.
Let me double check mine. I think I got one.
Well, let's go see what's available. Everyone should have at least one. I'd definitely
Yeah.
hold on to two if I could.
I don't
so.
think I
I
have.
have
Yeah,
one.
I used
no,
that,
I have two greater potions.
Oh, no, okay, so Nala's
Yeah.
good.
I used that last refined essence.
Yeah, I've got two graders, but we might want to...
Could
I'd
we
like
at
to
least
hold
take
on
a
to
look
both
at a
of them.
potion shop?
Yeah, let's go see what they have.
Yeah, look for potions.
Okay.
Wow. I was going through my inventory to see if I had one, and I just have picture of dead family listed.
Yes.
I didn't do that tactfully.
Oh my god.
All right, you find a potion shop, and it's this older woman who is currently, like, literally over a cauldron that's
Oh my
bubbling.
god.
And, like, there's
Adorbs.
dead animals sort of hanging around and dried herbs and things.
Right.
As you get over to this place, it's sort of, you get this wafting scent of various stuff that you can't really place what smells you're smelling from this shop, especially from the potion.
That smells.
Smelly smell that smells smelly.
Smelly.
Yes. And she goes, welcome. Don't mind me. This just is a commission for the Biamontes. I have to get it done. But how can I help you? And you look behind her now. There's just like a nicely organized rack of a bunch of different potions of various kinds. Many of them are just sort of herbal medicine stuff. Some of them are more magical.
Watch for the more magical ones.
Yes?
Oh.
What? What are you looking for?
Hi. We just wanted to take a look at your potions. I see that there's a couple of magic ones. What kind of potions do you have?
Oh, well, I mean, we've got, like, some healing potions. We have some... I've been playing around with different breath potions. You know, like fire and ice and electricity. I'm a big fan of the Ooh, a Dragonborn. I'm a big fan of your kind.
Thank you.
And I have my friend back here, my lover, back here, and brings out this old lady Dragonborn who comes out and says, "What are you doing? You don't have to introduce us like that." And the one just stirring the potion is like, "I'm sorry. I don't want to hide it any longer."
That's my wife.
I ship
That's
it.
my wife.
What color is this other...
She's a white Dragonborn.
In Draconic, I'll say to the white Dragonborn, hail, clan and kin. And do the whole...
hail, clan
Do the
and
whole
kin.
old Draconic salute.
I haven't had someone do that with me in some time.
Aww.
It's because she here dragged me to Caer Shire. And back to the one stirring the vote. Look, you wanted to come originally. And the other one, the Dragonborn, says, well, that was before... We're bothering the customers. Come on. Yes, we refined some breath stuff over here. She can handle the rest. And the Dragonborn goes back behind the tent again. Into the sort of the rest area behind it. And she brings out, there is a potion of each type of breath. They are pretty expensive.
So, specifically these potions, you take one and you have fire, electric, or like any other kind of breath, similar to what I have.
That's the idea, yes. It does what a potion of fire breath does, plus a little
And
bit.
anyone can use them.
Um,
It's not like just for Dragonborns.
Exactly, that's the idea.
How much are they?
How
a
much
pop?
for the electric?
It's 500 a pop. Here.
How much are your normal or your regular and then greater healing potions?
Oh, sorry. Yes, there are 4 regular healing potions and 2
How
greater.
much are they?
They're 50 and 150 respectively. That's standard
okay,
price.
Okay.
Those ones.
I'll take
I'll
a
take a
greater.
greater because I never.
I will also take one greater.
I'll take
Okay.
2 regular.
Perfect. You said 150?
Yeah.
150 for graders, 50 for regulars.
I got.
Can I trust that everyone else has enough potions on them?
I've got 2 graders, so I'm not
Need
going
any
You have 2
more?
graders,
You've got
I
quite
have
a
2
few.
graders, Wynn has 1, and then Kieran
Okay.
has 2 regular.
Because I just have a regular,
Okay.
and I'm debating if I need to get another greater.
I'm also a cleric.
There
Oh, there aren't
more.
any more graters, so...
You could just get a regular one.
Yeah, or I could get the electric breath weapon.
Do that. Do you want to get a breath one?
No. Well, is there any way, since I am here, can I assist you and your partner in creating a batch?
No, we're fine. We've figured out the recipe, you see. It took a little bit of refinement, but that's what we really enjoy.
Is that what you're making now?
No.
May I ask what you're making?
No.
You don't happen to...
And she, like, moves it slightly over. Leans on the counter in front of it.
This shop doesn't happen to sell any literature, any books, does it?
Not
Does
this
it,
shop.
does it look like a bookshop, my friend?
Well, you never know what's behind the counter of any shop.
I mean, we have books because we read, but they're not for sale.
May I am absolutely starving for reading material. Is there any chance I can look at any
Jesus, no.
books that you may have?
I mean, there might be a bookseller around here. It's not here.
Not here.
I'm sorry. Anyway, is there any other potion help I can help
would
you
like
with?
to buy the electric breath weapon.
Oh, yes, that's a good one. Here you are. And I will make this. It's basically the potion of fire breath just with electricity
That's
damage.
sick.
Ooh, it's a cone or is it a
Red.
straight line?
It would be just... it would be how the electricity works, so it would be straight line for electricity.
But of course, now I should probably earn some money at some point.
Yeah, how's everyone doing on money?
Okay.
Y'all have spent a lot by the time...
I'm loaded.
I still have like.
I mean, I'm
2,000.
I'm
technically
at
doing fine.
533.
Some of you are pretty solvent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I-
technically fine. It's just Lily is a priss.
I never buy anything because
I buy lots
I'm not
of
used
shit.
to having money. So I have like almost $5,000.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just saving up to get that scale now.
I'm saving up for that bag of holding.
Okay. Do we want to go find a bookshop?
Sure, hopefully they're cheap books.
Okay.
I'll ask
sec.
for directions for any bookshop.
One moment, sorry. I'm making the magic item
you're
very
fine.
quickly so that... Okay, you can now find Potion of Electric Breath. Tess. Alright, so you ask around. Make an investigation check, Nala, since you're the one looking for a bookshop.
It's a natural 1.
You do not find a bookshop, unfortunately. You ask around, people go, books? What need of we do we have for books? And things like that. Basically, you don't get the impression that the people around here are huge readers.
Good day.
And Johana's sort of been tagging along.
Okay.
All right.
Mansion time. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, shall we?
yeah. Sounds good to me.
All right, best way to get there is along the road outside of the housing thing and then along the warehouses. And then you get to their estate, which is sort of out a little farther in the farmland. There's only, like... Because if you go through the center, you have to, like, weave and all this stuff. It's just, let's go. Come on.
Do you have to put on your makeup? Get
Oh,
dressed up?
so
we were all...
We are
you're all
done.
changed.
Yeah, Johanna's
I'm
already
still
in.
wearing a hood though. Hood, like
Okay, a hood and a very fancy,
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
pantsuit.
pantsuit.
So you head you head south out of the square, past the housing section, and then you turn west to wrap around past the warehouses. That's what's happening. It's a little difficult to explain, but because the lake is to the north and the city grows southwards, and each of the districts are in rings that go steadily larger from, that's the best I can do. So you head south and then you head west, and you pass by the Biamonte warehouse, which is currently bustling. People are coming in from all over, and there's a bunch of guards around, and they seem to be grabbing more boxes and whatnot and loading them and bringing them to the market still, even though it's like midday by now or later. But the Biamonte warehouse is actually farther away from... It's the warehouse that is farthest away from the Biamonte's actual estate. So what's weird is that the Brethren of Knights warehouse is in between those two things for some reason. But you head that direction, and you walk along this line, and suddenly, sort of closer to the warehouse for the Brethren of Night, the crowds of people that you were sort of with, I mean, it's a small town, but you were with there were enough people to sort of consider it relatively bustling. As soon as you get within like 100 feet of the other warehouse, it's just empty streets.
Weird.
Johana's like, well, I guess they're not much liked. This is... Oh, come on. Everybody make a perception check.
Nice.
Okay.
23. 26.
Wow.
18.
18.
4.
Best one.
You're doing great now.
Lilia and Shar, as you get like in line with the warehouse itself, you both see an arrow fly from the roof of the warehouse, and Shar's like, because Shar got a little higher, like pulls Wynn out of the way and says, Wynn! And the arrow embeds itself in the ground.
Where Wynn was.
Where Wynn was.
Under contract.
Oh, good. Oh, goody. Oh, goody.
And I would like
Say it.
everyone to roll initiative.
What the fuck?
All right. Let's get that roll 20
shit.
out.
Fuck me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's fine.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's fine. Okay.
Thank you. Boom.
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus. What'd you
Okay.
get? Oh, fuck. Plus.
Oh, my
Sorry,
No,
hold
you're
on to those
good.
numbers. I gotta figure this shit out.
Good. Good.
Everything's fine.
All right, everybody, please join the game. It should have been started. I don't know how you joined.
Yes, I'm in.
I should be in it.
Sorry, hang on.
Let me zoom out.
Launch game.
There we go.
All right, let's place ourselves. Excited. Fucking arrow out of nowhere. Can't have a day. I just found out I'm going to hell if I die.
It was actually a bolt.
Oh shit!
Like a
crossbow.
crossbow bolt?
All right, this is serious.
Fuck.
I'm actually rolling separate initiatives because now I can actually keep track of all the dudes because I can put their names on the...
Oh, shit.
map.
Cool.
So I don't have to do it in
Yes,
my
I
head.
get to know the names of the people I kill. It's no longer D1, D2.
Nope, it's still D1,
Oh, okay,
D2.
that's
It's
fine.
just... let me drag you guys in here. I'm sure this is very fun to listen to. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doop.
Nickelodeon.
Thing. Oh, there we are.
Oh my goodness. People got some hands.
I had to bring Johana in because I wasn't expecting her to be in
Is
this
that
battle.
her? With the
So
wings?
that's her with... Yeah. That is representative of Johana Vinthres. I will get battle music in just a second. There's lots to keep track of when you're doing it this way.
Guys, I think we're being mugged.
You're getting mugged, kid. No, you're
This
getting
might-
mugged.
do you think this is them reaching out to us, being like, "We got a job
Oh,
for you"?
fuck.
Are we killing these people, or are
It might be the
injuring
people reaching out
Let's
for
figure out who
Shar.
they work for
Yeah.
first.
All right. Initiative rolls, please. Go
Wait,
around
what'd
in
you
the
just say
circle.
about
Let's go
Shar?
our normal.
I
Nothing.
said maybe it's the one people.
Yeah, maybe it's the
Nala.
22
Wow. What's your dex?
plus 3. Oh, my dex. Un momento, por favor.
Nice
Yeah, I
music.
do like that music.
It's a new song
16.
that he wrote.
No,
Like,
plus 3.
I like.
Plus 3, but my dexterity is 16.
Okay, I will, because I'm nice, put you ahead of the assassin who rolled the same thing.
Ah,
Dex.
great. Love it.
All right. Who would normally be next? I can't
Sarah.
imagine it in my
Circle.
head. Sarah.
Sarah, yeah.
I rolled a 17.
Pen is not working. Awesome.
We're all super winning right
Tess. Lilia.
11.
Nice.
22.
Emily.
now. Oh, damn.
And your dex
It's
is a bunch,
18.
so I'll put you ahead of Nala.
Well, Nala got a 24, I thought you said.
No, 22.
Oh.
Nah, 22.
Oh, sorry.
Max. Or Wynn.
4.
Nice.
It's the special knowledge.
I'm having a day.
All right, first up is Shire. So this is the map that you see. There are 3 assassins or people with crossbows and swords on the roof that are looking down at you, and there's one who's like shown up out of the shadows past a building. You were just walking along this thing, along this road from the south, northwards.
I assume is that like they're on a top of a building? They're on top of the warehouse?
Yes, there seems to be a ledge that you missed.
Okay, and so I assume that means they have half cover. Okay.
Yes.
I don't think I have anything that means that I ignore half cover.
What's your feat? Do you have sharpshooter?
No. Okay, oof. I mean, I guess I'll just try and shoot one. I can't really do much else, even though they have
Do you want to shoot this?
half cover.
All right, which one are you
I'll
shooting?
shoot, the one, this one. How do I, wait, I'm dragging, but nothing's happening. Hang on.
What you can do is hold down your mouse button and it'll ping.
Oh, okay. This one.
Yep.
That guy. Did it work?
I didn't see it. Just tell me
This
the
one?
number. Their nameplate should
Oh,
be
I
there.
don't see those. Hang on.
Oh, thought
I
you
only
could.
see little black silhouettes of guys.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay.
The middle.
Oh, there we go. I got it. Cool.
Middle guy. Okay.
Cool. Got him. So that's assassin
3.
3.
Okay.
Go ahead. Make an attack roll.
Ooh, good roll.
No, maybe.
Assume these are dudes.
Oh yeah, that's a 21.
Yeah, they're not gonna have.
Okay.
They're not gonna have clutch AC.
Okay, just no sneak attack.
This is
obviously.
a mugging.
Yeah,
sneak
because
attack,
they
yeah, they're
sneak
not-
attacked us. I'm sorry, I did not. A D8. Where are my D8s?
My damage
I
dice
need a
out.
D8.
I mean,
It's going to be very funny getting these guys off the
Getting
roof.
them off the roof.
I mean, they have pretty
Ooh,
good acrobatics,
nice.
obviously, but it's still pretty funny.
12.
12 damage. So, thunk, kasha, and the guy grunts and growls at you from his rooftop vantage point. Okay. Ouchie. Nala, unless you want to do something else.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
your
shoot.
movement, etc.?
I mean,
There is like nothing around here.
Exactly.
Actually, what I'm gonna do is there is like a house. You know,
Right
goes
there.
off the
Okay,
map,
Cool.
and there's like a house here that Kieran's next to,
Oh.
and this assassin is next to this one, which if you try and draw off the map, it just fucks up squares.
Okay.
But there's another building,
Okay.
if I went like,
so you can see that assassin only
Okay.
sort of.
okay,
He like ducked back.
if I
there
went
first.
like over here, is this working? Hang on, no. Like, would
Yep, I see
they,
it.
the people on the roof, be able to hit me?
Not easily.
Yeah.
They'd have to bend over the side because they're
Yeah,
'cause that would
but
be
this is just
underneath the sort of
flat.
awning.
There's nothing here. Like in this big area, like over here.
I mean, there's like the road, and there are the couple buildings, and no, there's nothing
Yeah.
out front or anything. This is the weirdly blank warehouse
Okay.
building.
Okay. This is
Okay.
gonna move.
So this is the Brethren's place.
see why they get
Yeah.
no business.
Can I go inside this building?
If you can find a door, make a
Okay,
perception check or investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, it's only a 13.
You don't see any easy way to get in. There are some sort of windows, but they're a little too
Okay.
high for this quick.
Then I guess I'm just gonna not really move. I'm gonna stay here because I don't know. Or
Okay.
I'll go over here.
You're just standing in the center of the... Okay. You back up a little bit.
Yeah,
onto
behind
the,
me.
Closer to the
Yeah.
town square. Because east on this map is closer to the town square. North is where the Biamonte's...
That's the
Estate
direction
is
we
a
were
while
going.
away.
Okay, got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, and that's where you were
Gotcha.
walking. I just placed you guys here for now, but
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
You've got a little leeway on movement this time because you could have been a little bit more south if you
Okay.
wanted to. All right, Nala, it is your go. Oh, do you want a bonus action do anything?
No. I mean, I can't hide.
Okay.
I'm out in the
No.
open still.
I mean, you could hide behind something.
I thought you said there was
if you
nothing
wanted to
out
try.
there.
Or you could hide underneath the awning if you ran up to the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Nala, what are you doing?
Um,
Or rather, we
Yeah.
were on
Well,
Shard. Do you
I
want to
was
run up
going
to
to
the building
hide, but
and try
then I
hide?
thought you said there was nothing out there except these houses, and then I couldn't find the door.
There's not much, but you can.
If there's anything to hide
run
behind,
up-
I definitely.
You can flatten yourself against the warehouse wall and at least hide yourself from three of them. That's what I was suggesting.
Okay, then sure. I will do that, like, here-ish. Great.
Perfect. So roll a stealth check.
15.
Okay. They rolled all fucking
Oh,
terrible,
God,
so
amazing.
that's good.
Sweet. Okay.
God, there's so much to keep track of now. I mean, there was a lot
Yeah.
before.
We were not ready for this. Okay.
I'm ready.
I mean, you just have to jump in the deep end with this sort of thing. Nala, what
All
are you
right.
doing?
Nala's gonna start by using her movement. She's going to move 15 behind Lilia. Can you move me?
Yeah.
Rude.
Sorry. And then I'm
So Nala, like, sees this happen and rushes back.
and I'm going
Who,
to
like, goes, what the hell?
tap third level spell slot.
Do you remember how to
No,
play?
I don't. Not at all. And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. That's going to be 4 shots. I'm going to throw one at the...
So you can't hit the
I'm not
person
going
who's
to hit
behind
that
the
one. They're all
building.
going to go against the rooftop, but it's going to be one shot at each of them, and then the middle guy that's been hit before is going to get the
Gets an extra one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And as a spell sniper, their cover does not matter.
Sure.
So, shot number 1.
So, first one against Assassin 1, let's just go
Top to
Top to
bottom.
bottom.
So, from the top, that's a dirty 20.
Yep, hits.
Shot number 2. That's a 21. And that's the first shot in
Hits.
the middle. This is going to be the second
Yep.
shot in the guy in the middle. That's only a 12.
Misses.
And the final shot against the guy on the bottom is less than. So, only 2 shots hit.
Misses. So one on the top guy, one on the middle guy.
6 points of fire damage to the top. And
Okay.
9 points to the middle. I added my elemental affinity to the middle.
Cool. So,
Oh no.
He
That's
cackles
not
a bit.
good.
And then...
oh, they all, my enemies all.
Oh.
And then...
Anything else,
Quicken
Alan?
spell. I'm going to Blade Ward myself.
Okay, you cast Blade Ward
Yeah,
on yourself
so
for this round. It is just a round.
Yeah,
for
till
Blade
the end of
Ward,
my next turn is when it just
right?
is.
So you have
yeah.
Blade Ward on yourself. I wonder if I can actually do something cool with that. Damn it. Didn't mean to draw. I'm moving you for just a second. There, that'll work.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool.
So you now have Blade Ward on you. Okay. It is
Muted us.
A4's turn.
Like we're still
Yeah.
Assassin 4 is going to rappel off the building. He is going to roll a acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Just stay back.
Oh yeah, he easily goes, just leaps off the top of the building and lands. And is going to, I'm going to say that counted as 10 feet of movement. 15, 20, 25, 30, and can get there. And he's going to shoot at Johana with a crossbow.
Rude.
14 plus 6.
What the fuck?
Definitely hits her. Though she has an armor class of 18. She's pretty strong. She whips off a shield from her back. And that deals... I don't remember how to do fucking D&D battles.
Join the club. Oh wait, no, we're muted.
7 points of normal damage. Yes, exactly. And then Johana has to make a Constitution save.
What did she get hit
Oh,
with?
she's not Constitution-y. Oof. It's 10, so she fails the Constitution save.
Ground, right?
I don't know.
Ooh. Oh dear.
That's not good.
We're altering the future.
That's right. You guys got
Do
this.
we?
But I don't want her to die.
We got all these
At
potions.
least she might not go to hell. So she gets hit with this and like looks at him and goes like shrugs and then ugh, ow she says as she rips the bolt from her body.
How far away is she from me? Less than 30 feet?
Oh yeah, easily.
Just about.
Oh, fuck, that's an action. Okay, never mind. Forget me.
Okay, so
Next
that's that guy's go. The assassins rolled really good initiative. Assassin 3 is going to jump off as well. Let's make his
Oh
acrobatic
no.
check. Easily makes it. 5, 10, 15.
Hang in there, Shar. I'm coming.
Well, if they weren't looking for me, they didn't see me, so.
Runs up to Johana, is going to make a couple attacks against her. Fails. So Johana just like blasts one of the sword attacks out of the way with her shield and just dodges the other one and says, "Look, y'all, this is not... Ugh, God damn it." That's all she's got in her.
Fair.
Next is Assassin
Really
1's
been trying
go.
to talk to these guys.
I don't think so.
Whoosh. He rolled a natural 1 on his trying to get off the roof. It's like a 50-foot drop.
Oh, that hurts.
And he just like slips
Womp
and
womp.
dramatically falls
Oh
off
my
the
God.
That hurts.
Is he okay?
roof. It's 10d6.
Ouch.
Or wait, is it 1d6 per
Yes,
10 feet? I think it's
1d6
1d6 per 10 feet.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
5d6.
That's my sneak attack.
Boosh, 20 points of damage as he completely like
Wow.
Thanks,
falls
gravity.
on his back and falls prone.
Great.
Where the hell did my pen? Oh, there it is. I'm glad to know that even playing like this, I can lose my pen, even though I've like not even moved. So he's prone on his back. And he gets up, which uses half his movement minus the 10 that he already had. So it was like 10 feet. He had 20 left. He's got 10 feet of movement left. So I'll move him here. And he's going to shoot at Lilia.
Is he?
Because you're the one in the center of the road right now. He rolled a natural 4 plus 6.
That
I
does
think
not
that
hit
misses
me.
you. So chunk zoom. It is Kieran's go.
I'm going to. I'm going to shoot.
You're still
This-
muted.
You're muted.
I knew I was forgetting something. I'm going to.
It's funny because this recording for this podcast is going to be us telling everybody you're muted, even though we can totally hear them talking.
I'm going to Toll the Dead this guy that's up like on top of me.
On top of you,
I
you
can
can't see.
Okay,
him.
the guy that's prone then. That's over on my side.
He just got up and ran towards him, but yes, Assassin
that
1,
guy.
go ahead.
I'm gonna do Toll
This
the Dead,
guy?
so it's a DC 16 Wisdom save for him.
Okay.
Did get hurt, so that's decent.
Save. They are not very wise. That's a 9.
The assassin
So it's a D12.
instead of a D8.
Yeah.
15.
Nice.
Damage.
15 points of damage?
15.
Nice. That's a lot for a cantrip.
2
Well, he was already injured, right?
8
Yeah, so.
plus 4.
Wait, isn't it a D12?
Ah.
Because he was already injured?
Oh yeah.
I'll raise it.
Sorry. $20 then.
Ooh.
20. Nice.
Good call.
That's a fun
All right.
trip.
So this,
is a good one.
as y'all have seen before, Kieran points his dope staff towards this guy, and this bong goes through the air, and sort of the ripples of sound go, and the assassin dude just gets hit, and he like holds his head for a second, and pants.
Nice.
All right. Anything else, Kieran?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, Lilia.
Great. So which one did Kieran just whack?
This guy.
That one? Okay, cool. I am going to, since that guy, he looks like he's being taken care of, I am going to use Dissonant Whispers at the 3rd level on the one
On who?
closest to Johana.
Okay,
That
so
one.
that guy who ran up and tried to... Good. Dissonant Whispers. Is that a save?
Yes, it's a wisdom
I don't remember,
save.
or is it an attack? Wisdom save. 14.
Haha! It attacks!
Not this time, motherfucker.
Finally, we're not fighting someone super wise. So that is 9 plus 13.
What's up?
15
I'm thinking
15.
what
of psychic damage.
that's the
So
thing
this,
with spells. You kind of like
Goes through the air, and you all sort of see the similar ripple, just like both Kieran launching that and then Lilia launching it in the other direction. It creates this V of weird audio and visual distortion through the air as the assassin sort of his eyes widen a bit. Ah! And he gets hurt.
Get your hands off my girl.
Anything else, Lily?
Let's see. I think I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at right now, so I don't think I'm gonna move.
Okay. It is Assassin 2's turn, who ducks out from back here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Stands there at the edge of the building and is going to fire at Johana
Jesus, they really don't like
because
her.
he sees that his friend is there, and they are rogues. Oof. Yeah, that hits. And their sneak attack. I'm just going to use rolls, which is a dice roller, 1d8 plus 3, and 46. 19 points of damage to Johana. In her, like, the back of her shoulder. She's not looking great.
Okay.
Unfortunately, her initiative was just awful.
I can relate.
She's hungover.
And she has to make a Constitution save. That's not great. Oh no.
Is she going to die?
Unconscious.
Well, if she does, she's going to hell.
Oh, that's exactly enough to make her go unconscious.
Oh no!
She got 22 points of damage, poison damage, and she falls over.
Fuck.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
I am worried.
I know there's a way to do
Don't worry about it.
something. There's a way to add. She now has a skull and crossbones next to her. It just reminds us that she's unconscious.
Thanks, I hate it.
All right, Wynn.
Okay. Well, shit. I gotta take care of this guy before he kills her. So I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Light up Dark Heart. Got no other choice at this point. Yeah, make my attacks.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, that's 20 on the first one, dirty 20.
Hits.
16 plus 8.
Hits.
Yep, and then again. Ooh. 13.
Misses.
Okay. Okay. 2d8, I believe now.
Yeah, it is 2d8.
Okay.
And this is on assassin.
All right. So that's. Hang on, I've got a calculator now. 20 damage on the first swing,
Wow. Fuck.
and
Never mind.
then 5.
Okay. And then he dodges out of the way of the last one. And is looking pretty hurt, that guy.
Okay, cool, great.
Anything else, Wynn? No, because you used your bonus action
No,
for
yeah, I
offense.
just used the bonus action, so yeah, I'm good.
Johana, death saving throw.
Oh no. Don't like
Makes
this.
it.
Thank God.
Yay!
It really sucks when you go unconscious before
Okay.
your first turn.
Top of the round, Shar.
I am going to. Oh, sorry. I'm going to attack this guy. Wait, the ping isn't working. No, he's already about to die. Yeah,
This guy?
no, the one below him. Yeah, that
This
guy.
guy. Cool. Attacking Assassin 4. Go ahead. Hasn't been hurt at all, that guy.
14.
Misses just
Damn.
barely.
Wait, don't I get advantage because I'm hiding? Yes.
Oh, you are hiding. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep. Roll again.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that was a 21. Okay.
Hits.
Great.
And you get sneak attack on that because you were hiding from him. As he jumped down, he didn't pay attention to you.
Wow.
Lower over there. Sleep key.
28 points of damage.
And you hit this guy just in like the shoulder, and he like cracks it and shing, and draws
Yeah.
his sword.
Okay. Yeah,
Anything
I'm
else?
gonna run this way.
Now it would be harder.
Yeah.
To hide.
So I'm just gonna go over here and kind of corner myself. Wait, what?
I was counting.
I have so much movement, yeah. I guess, I'm gonna go here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going back there. We can say you're a little further
Okay,
off the map
cool.
too. So. Okay. Nala,
I'm going to
your blade ward's gone.
tap another third level.
I'm good. This guy's about to die.
Yeah. I'm going to tap another third level. Throw another 4 Scorching Rays.
Do you have to
it's-
move?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to throw 2. Can you ping this guy?
You have to.
Yeah, hold it. I'm going to throw 2 at him, and then 2 at the that guy.
Okay. Make your attack rolls.
So first 2 against the guy up top. That's a 14.
Misses just
And
barely.
then that's a 23. Alright.
Hits.
And then the 2 in the bastard in the bottom. That's a nat 1.
Misses.
And that's a
Flies off and
17.
hits the warehouse.
So one
17
hit
hits.
each.
One
One
hit
on each of them.
So the guy up top got hit hard with 11 points of fire damage up top.
Nice.
And then on the bottom, for 8 on the guy in the bottom.
Okay, you blast these 2 fires through. 2 of the fires just sort of go into the sky. Interestingly, you all look around. No one seems to be worried about the fact that there's a fight that has broken out. On
Are
this
there other
territory.
people around?
No, this is deserted.
You see some. Basically, there's sort of a 100-foot, I'd say, roughly, radius that nobody is coming into near the warehouse. You do see some people passing by, and they can clearly like look over at the fight, and then they just keep walking.
Starting to think maybe we shouldn't have gone this way, guys. It's like, do not trespass.
There were no signs.
All right, it is a 4's
No
go.
trespass.
The assassin from at the bottom is going to run over to Wynn.
Uh-oh.
Make a couple of attacks with his short sword. Misses dramatically on the first one. 16?
Nope.
Just misses, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So he swings, and the second one just clangs off of your armor, and you're just sort of grinning as you're cutting the shit out of his friend. Okay. Okay. It's A3's go, who is the other one next to you, is also going to make attacks against you. God. God. Misses both times. He's just struggling to sort of even hold his sword up because he's so hurt. And misses you.
I'll take care of that.
And now it's A1's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can barely make it over to where Kieran is, but is going to attack Kieran. That's a natural 20.
You can stop that, can't you?
Okay, Sarah, just making sure you're there.
Been waiting for
And misses
this.
with the second one, but it is a crit in the
Great.
Stop that,
first.
Sarah.
Oh yeah, it's not a crit. I've got my thingy.
All
I
right.
don't remember what it's called. I have to find
Whatever you
it.
say.
Something at death's door.
Sentinel
Yeah,
at
that
death's
one.
door. Make a Constitution saving throw as well.
Oh no.
3.
That does
I
not
nailed
make
it.
it.
Wowie.
You take 24 points of damage
Ouch.
because some of it
Poison.
is poison damage.
Ouch.
As this sword cuts into you, you like feel the sting, and it's not so bad, and then it just like burns around the wound.
Great.
These poor people are dying.
Kieran,
Okay,
it's your go.
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity and move over. Here.
Natural 18 plus 6
Yeah, that
hits
hits
you, right?
Ouch.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
19.
Kieran?
19 makes it.
Nice.
So one moment.
I'll defend you, Kieran.
Bless.
That is 7 points of
Okay.
damage to you. As they swipe.
And I'm going to use Cure Wounds at the 5th level on Johana, so that's, and then because she's at 0 HP and I'm a Grave Domain Cleric, that's 44 points for her.
Nice. She is back up. Oh, well, thank you. Oh.
Pabam.
Okay. Lilia.
Okay, give me a second. So, how...
The xylophone is nifty.
Yep.
You're unmuted, yeah.
Hey, Kieran, how you looking?
Like half dead.
Okay. So I am...
So like fine, but
Yeah.
ow.
So
Fine,
I'm gonna
but
move
bloody.
down this way, and then I'm going to use my crossbow on this motherfucker.
Okay.
And that is a 17. Does that hit?
17
Great.
hits.
And
yep.
I'm also going to use Psychic Blades.
Okay. These guys dealt all the damage.
So sorry, I'm getting distracted because Sean is yelling in the other room. So it's 1d8 plus 3 for that damage, and then 3d6. So
Yep.
where is my d8? This is my d8. 1d8. So 5 points of normal damage, and then 9 points of psychic damage, so 13 points total. And then as my
He's looking hurt.
bonus action, I am going to use where did it go? I'm going to use what is it called? Healing Word is my bonus action.
Okay.
So, let me find that. That is in my spells. Gosh, this is so much harder for me to navigate than it is, like, using it on my tablet.
Yeah.
Healing Word, which is 1d4 plus 4. So that's 6 points of healing damage. 6 points of healing.
6 points of healing damage.
To Kieran.
Thank you.
You're gonna hate it, but I'm gonna heal you.
It's gonna help, but it's gonna hurt. It's tough love from Lilia.
I love that. It's the only kind of love she knows. I know. Okay, and then I think that's
I think that's my go.
Okay. Assassin 2's go. 10, 15, 20. Going up to Nala. Running around the building.
You what?
Natural 1. Natural 6. Neither of them hit.
No.
These assassins rock.
We're having a good time.
Having a good time. All right. So that's his go. Win.
Okay. Yeah, that guy in front of me, he's not doing so hot, right?
No, he's
Okay.
barely.
All right,
alive.
so I'll roll my first attack and see how he does after
Okay.
that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So that's 17 plus 9.
Hits.
I'll roll my damage first.
Unless you roll really bad.
Yeah, so that's 3, 8, 5, and 6.
3, 8, 5, and 6.
17.
Shouldn't it
22.
only be 1 damage
22.
plus 2d8? Why is it?
Didn't Max get a new the sword evolved, didn't it?
Yeah, but doesn't it do 1 die plus 2 dice? Why did you have 4 numbers there?
Well, it's 1d6 plus 5, just for the regular.
Oh, the 5. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That explains it. I'm just
Yeah,
silly.
so it's 22 for the first hit.
You kill him.
Yay.
You just like cut his head off
Cool.
and turn to the other one.
Yeah. All right. Offhand. That's 21.
Hits.
Okay. 10 damage,
Okay.
and then again with Dark Art. Ooh. That's another miss.
Okay, you miss.
It's 4 plus 9. Well, not. Luckily, the first one did not miss.
All right.
Otherwise, I'd be in trouble.
You have 1 miss.
Yes. All right. All right. So that's. I think that'll do me.
Yes, because that's the other thing the sword does. Anyway,
Another
Johanna's
fucking
go.
thing
She's
the
going to
sword
get
does.
up. She's going to get up. Oh, this guy's dead.
Yep.
He's gone. Johanna is going to get up. She is going to take out her sword. Because why not?
You idiots. We've all got swords.
Run over to Assassin 2 who's attacking Nala. And make a couple of attacks. I don't remember how to use her shit.
You got a plan and now it's ruined.
One moment.
Uh-oh.
Unless
One moment.
Let's.
Okay. Take your turn.
Do whatever you need to do. I'm
I'm
jamming.
gonna listen to this after and be like, God damn it!
Okay, she's going to make a couple of attacks against this assassin dude.
Hat smash.
Just can't hit anybody. Nope. That hits. 12 plus 6 is 18 hits. And she's going to use Slashing Flourish, which adds a d10.
Nice.
Actually, it might be a d12 now. Because she is a level 12. Nope, d10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 damage.
Nice.
Very exciting. Whoosh, slashes him in the back and goes, "You know what, Wynn? You really got this." Wynn, you have inspiration from her. It's a
Nice.
d10.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's nice. One good thing to feel today.
All right. Top of the round, Shar.
Sorry. Yep, sorry.
You are muted.
I'm going to, just take one step closer to Kieran and I'll shoot an arrow at him. No.
At Kieran?
I'd take one step closer to Kieran and shoot an arrow at this
At
guy.
four,
What did I
okay.
do?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, you can't. Eh? Okay.
You gave Coco to someone else.
Okay, that is also a 21. And then
Okay, hits, and you get sneak attack on
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
right.
Ooh, lots of 6s.
Hell yeah, okay. 10, 15, 18 plus 23 on this guy but next to Wynn.
Nice.
Cool.
You just fire this. You like rush around next
Yeah.
to Kieran, sort of wink at him, and then fire this
Yeah.
arrow at this guy.
And he's still up.
He is looking pretty hurt. Yeah, he's
Okay.
looking pretty hurt, but he's not.
Lola's doing a cat thing.
Okay.
No,
anything
I'll
else,
just
Sharon?
stay there, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Nala,
How's the guy in front of me looking?
relatively
healthy.
He's been hit once.
Then I will tap. What?
No.
I'll tap another 3rd level spell. I think it's my last 3rd level spell slot. And I'm
Okay.
going to chuck 4 more rays. Again, I'm splitting 2 and 2. I'm going 2 high and then 2 low on the person on Wynn. I'm going to leave the guy in front of me untouched for now.
Okay.
So the 2 shots up high first.
Yep.
That's
You're living
Not one.
dangerously.
so that misses.
Didn't that misses?
And then a 15.
Just hits.
So that's on the top guy.
Yeah, only 1 on the top guy, and then the 2 on the bottom. That's a natural 19, so that hits.
Hits.
And then a natural 18, so the bottom 2 hit.
Cool.
So the
one
one
first.
shot on the guy up top, I'm turning that to a 2, because that's a 1. That's going to be 8, because I'm putting the elemental affinity onto that one shot.
Just
Oh,
kills him.
sweet.
Nice.
Sure, and he
Very
falls over backwards, smoldering.
And then
Very
the 2 on the guy on the bottom. That's pretty good. 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. 21 points of fire damage on the guy on the bottom.
Okay. He is also dead.
Yay!
And I'm going to spend...
That's some hella intimidation for the guy standing in front of you.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to
Just
do a shocking grasp on the guy in front of me.
Oh, nice.
So dope.
Okay.
Nala is.
That's only a 12.
Oh.
So...
Misses. So you
Oh,
grab
God,
him
so
and
that'd
it
be
just
like a
sort of
triple
fizzles
KO.
on his leather
Is he
armor.
wearing any metal? Damn it.
No. He's wearing leather.
And I'll stay. That's my go.
Okay.
It's the assassin's turn, I think.
It is the...
Oh.
no, it isn't.
It's some of
Because
the
all the
other
other ones
ones.
went. It's Kieran's go.
Caleb, Kieran.
I
I don't
don't.
know. Do we want to
think-
kill him? I
at
was
this
trying
point-
to shock him.
No, we should keep him alive, actually.
Yeah, I was shocking him so I could, like,
Ask him what the fuck happened.
yeah, tase him.
Can we tase him?
No, that's what my shocking grasp was.
Kieran, what are you
Tase
doing?
me, bro.
Nobody's like super hurt, right? Okay.
Not really.
I do not have
Me
a
neither,
scratch.
but, the guy's in front of me. So.
fucked.
It's kind of
Okay.
nice.
Well, then I'm gonna heal myself. I'm gonna do cure wounds at the 4th level.
Okay.
So that's 4d8 plus 4. Nice. 19.
Okay. Cool.
That's it.
All right. Lilia.
If we're planning on capturing or like sedating this guy, I will use Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay.
First level.
What joke do
The
you
joke
say?
I say is, an assassin, you look more like an ass to me.
What's the save?
Wisdom, yeah.
Natural 3. He just like starts chuckling. Falls over prone on the ground. Cool. It is technically his go and he was gonna do something, but now he's just laughing, so he has to make a... Unless you're doing something else.
Yeah. Can I? I don't really have anything else I can do and or need to do, so that's fine.
Okay. He's gonna make his saving throw again. Natural 1. He's still laughing.
So if someone would like to tie him up, now is the
Yeah,
time.
let's say we all have rope.
When it's your go, technically, so.
Okay. Yeah, just move over here, I guess.
We're all in a clump.
Alright.
Yeah. Do I have anything I could use to restrain him? I could try cause fear,
You
I
have rope?
guess.
You could use your arms.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll restrain him.
Okay, make a grapple check, and I think that's a competing strength check.
Okay. I'm good at strength.
And he has disadvantage, and he's
Okay.
really... So,
Okay, wow. Okay.
Natural
18 plus 8.
yeah, so you grab him, and effectively combat is over.
Oh, wait, that was a saving throw. Whatever.
Doesn't matter. He rolled natural.
Yeah.
So effectively combat is
Hell
over.
yeah, good job, team. We did it.
So we can go back to Zoom.
Okay.
Go team.
And this guy, it's like, he eventually makes his save and stops laughing and goes, "That wasn't even funny."
No, it wasn't. It was an insult.
Yeah.
Wasted our time.
I don't think I wasted your time. Check my back pocket, unless this guy wants to let go of me so that I can give you the letter there.
Does not.
Somebody gets
get it.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Take it.
Haha, Lilia touches butt.
Okay. You take the letter out. It says Sayonara on the front.
Who's the Onara?
It's me, idiot.
Shut up now.
Okay, can I take it?
Yeah, I get
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna read
Yep,
it.
you take
Is it
it.
open or is it sealed?
It's a very simple. It's just a folded piece of paper, basically, and it doesn't say much. It says 7 o'clock. Whatever I called the fucking silken sheet. 7
Shit.
o'clock.
Okay, well that was one way to do it, I guess.
It was
Guys,
just a
I'm
test.
sorry. This was all my bad.
I guess.
The Brethren of Night, you see, don't like working with people who can't handle
So
themselves.
why do you work with these other punks?
Oh,
Yeah, we don't kind of.
they were due for a culling, apparently, or we were. Maybe I'll be able to be back in the good graces of James here soon because of this.
Are we murder hoboing? Can I check these? Are we checking these
No,
bodies for any money? Any?
You can tell your friends
No.
about us now.
Wow, okay. Like,
Can I go, or what are you doing with me?
can we knock him out?
Yeah.
Somebody hit him.
Wynn, let this man take a nap.
Okay.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
We just like headbutts him from behind.
18.
Yeah. Falls
Okay.
over.
Fuck. Okay,
I check the pockets of the other.
check everybody's
people.
pockets.
Yeah,
They have nothing.
just other letters.
Okay.
No other letters.
Nothing.
So,
Red.
we should have asked him if he knew who he was looking for. Or I guess not. Okay.
Doesn't matter at this point.
I guess not. Okay. Alright, we're taking the letter with us. Are we still going to see these guys, or...
Johanna walks
we've got
up and says,
time.
"Well, that was fun. That was a fun little interlude. Love getting knocked unconscious on my way somewhere."
What time is it?
Well, we had our day off, so this feels appropriate.
I'd say it's you shopped a bit. I'd say.
Oh,
it's
okay,
2
so
in
we
the
still
afternoon.
have time to go to this
Okay.
mansion.
Yeah.
thing. Okay, we do. Cool.
Do we
Okay,
need
cool.
Killed some people. It's not
Freshen?
even lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a scratch on me. I
I
don't
don't
know
have a
about
scratch
you
on
guys.
me either. Seems
I have
Johana
a few
took all the
scratches
attention.
on me.
Because we're
but-
awesome.
Oh, you're the
I don't
only
know
one
if
who
you're
got
aware.
hit.
We're awesome.
Kieran, yeah. I think
Kieran and Johanna got
Johanna
it.
got hit.
I'm fine, but I
Johan-
also wear all black, so you can't tell that I got all bloody.
Prior Philip.
Yeah, Johanna sort of notices sort of a rip in her rather nice shirt and is like,
Oh,
Hold on, I can
no,
fix
I can
it.
fix that.
well, this is
I have mending.
what?
As
You
a
have
cantrip.
mending?
Yeah, the cantrip mending.
All
so
right.
just
Oh my gosh, can you fix my
Thank you.
robe?
So you mend it. It fixes back
You what?
together.
Can you
And
fix
she's
my
like, "Well,
robe?
thank
My
you."
robe's all are like burnt up and bad. Like I died in this robe.
yeah.
Why are you still wearing it?
Cause I spent money on it. It's fancy.
You died in it.
It's my dad's.
All right.
You
So,
spent money
well,
on your dad's
I
robe.
feel like we
Sorry.
should continue. And I feel Nala put the lining or
Oh,
the
right.
cool gold stuff on it. Yeah, embroidery. Well, I guess we should continue moving, says Johana. And what an exciting day this is. You know, all I want is my damn pseudo dragon back. Let's go. And you head over to the outskirts of town. You have to walk maybe, 100 feet, 200 feet or something beyond the edge of the town to get to the actual estate. And the estate itself is like walled in. Massive sort of fence that goes all the way around this huge house in the center. There are other buildings on the estate too, apparently, like sheds and greenhouses and things like that. It's a very nice mansion. They have a pool. And when you get up close, there are a couple of these fancy dressed individuals, a woman and a man who seem to be the guards of the place, and they're like, Hold up. What's your business with the Biamontes? Ooh, were you just in a fight? You look a bit
I
rough.
thought we just cleaned up.
No, we did.
We're still
Damn.
rough.
Yeah, my robe
It's-
was fine.
So we ran into some issues with your competitors on the way over.
Ah, yeah. Well, they do that sometimes. Anyway, what's your business?
So I have been looking myself for a pet recently, and I have heard tell that the patriarch of the family, and Lilia's accent has actually changed just a little bit to resemble like more of an empire dialect.
Sure.
And I've heard tell of the patriarch of the Biamonte family having a pseudo dragon, and I was very interested in seeing this dragon and seeing if I might be able to convince him to let us take it off his hands.
Well, I mean, there's business to be taken care of, and you can make a persuasion check.
We also met Isa Belmonte the other night and have business
Yeah,
with her.
we're buddies.
So it's a 24.
Oh, wow.
I beat her in a drinking contest.
And Nala make a persuasion check just for
Uh-oh.
funsies as well, even though Lilia's was amazing.
19 plus 4.
That's a 23.
That's great. So they seem to believe you very much, and she, the woman here is like, well, give me 1 second. I'll go see if Isa's home. Talking to Tatsiano is a little more difficult, but if you know Isa, that may make it easier to get in. Give me 1 moment. And she heads inside.
While they're inside, can we try
and-
to spiff off even more? Because clearly we didn't do that good a job.
Yeah, Johana, has to, take a towel.
Okay.
I press to digitize people's faces to what I can do of
Yeah.
removing dust and dirt and stuff.
Buff up my scales.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you, my dear. All right. Well, apparently this seems to be going well so far. I'm glad I asked you guys for help, she says. And then after not very long, 5 minutes or so, the woman comes back out, and this time is tagging along as Isa, now dressed in sort of more slightly fancier, sort of more day clothes though. Comes outside and says, "Oh, my friends." I don't remember her accent.
Jersey, kind of.
Coffee,
Jersey,
dogs. Yeah. There it is. It's got to be right in the front of my face. Good to see you again. What? The great heroes, or whatever. My dragonborn friend. Your stories last night really moved me. I actually wrote a few little stories afterwards when I got home to really. You inspired me, and I appreciate that very much.
That's
My
very
pleasure.
kind of you.
Anyway, I hear you're interested in the pseudo dragon.
Yes, my family's been looking for a dragon pet for quite some time. I would love, even if I could just see the dragon, and I don't know if you'd be willing to let us take it off your hands for a price or for a favor or anything like that, but I'd really just love to see it if I can.
We offer our humble
I think
services in exchange for the pseudo-dragon.
Now you're speaking my language. But first, let me offer you at least a cup of tea or
That would
something.
be lovely,
Come
thank
on
you.
inside.
Sure.
So you head into the estate, the gate closes behind you, and you're met with this massive, gorgeous mansion with this big staircase that heads up into this like foyer and big porch area, and it's like multiple stories. It's bigger than the Arlosa family home. And the sort of courtyard area is gorgeous. There is a pool off to one side. There's like a tennis court on the other and stuff like that. And shed and this massive garden on the opposite side of the house that you can sort of peek a little bit of a glance at as you walk up. And you are led inside this glorious house. There is a butler who sort of nods to Issa. And she says, Ardish. We're just going in for some tea. Ardish.
Ardish.
Oddish?
Ardish.
Not a turnip.
Ardish.
Not a Pokemon.
And Ardish nods and opens the door and sort of guides you in. She says, "Can we get some tea? We're gonna go sit in the sitting room. Is my father available?" And Ardish says, I can go see once I get the tea settled. And Issa says, that'd be lovely. And you get sent into this sort of sitting room. And it's like really gauche and tacky, all the stuff. It actually feels more like an Edwardian mansion. Because I've been watching a lot of Downton Abbey lately, that's what you get.
Sure.
But it's like one of those sitting rooms, couch and sort of fireplace and... lots of rugs and weird paintings on the wall and stuff. And this sort of like nice little table in the center. And the tea is eventually brought as you're sitting there. And then Ardish goes off to go see if Tatiana is available. And Issa says, how was the rest of your evening? It's good to see you again.
It was
Always nice to meet new people.
Yeah, and seems like you're in the market for things to be done, and we are in the market for looking for people who need things to be done. And yes,
yeah,
I guess
we have lots of things we look to acquire. You see, and I'm sure if you're looking for something that my father has, we would have to talk to him and see exactly what he needs and what the family needs. But I can at least smooth things over since you're not well known, but I was able to become friends with y'all last night. At least my Dragonborn hero friend here. I definitely enjoyed the stories, so...
Well...
hopefully he's available.
How's your hangover?
I never get one of those.
If he needs any sort of persuasion, you can let him know that Honora of the Tromulei family would like to speak with him at any point in time.
Very interesting. That is...
I'm sorry?
Extremely good to know. We always like our noble friends. And at that moment, Ardish comes back in and says, Issa, your father is actually available right now if you want to step into his office with your friends here. Doing the butler looking down on the scruffy visitors sort of thing, but you are looking slightly less scruffy than perhaps you usually do, so it's not a huge amount of disdain or anything. And he says like, oh, that's great to hear. Come on, let's, you can take your tea with you if you want.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Okay, so I guess we're saying like
It's
yeah.
weak tea.
We went to all this effort to look like really rich, so we should like be like we want something special, I guess, like your dragon. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
whispering
yeah,
it behind.
yeah.
Using message, right?
Issa,
Yeah, we're whispering.
Issa is a very quick
Okay.
walker and is leading you on and just zooming forward. And you have to travel up this sort of spiral staircase, one of these things, where there's a staircase on either side and it goes up to the second level. And you head up there and you wrap around and head all the way over to the office. Yes. No.
While we're going up, may I regale Isha in our our Issa with our fight from earlier, be like, it's astounding how danger seems to find us everywhere we go. We're just simply walking to talk to you, and we're 5 individuals decided to test our mettle, and unfortunately we had to send them all down to their untimely ends.
Well, I have to say, as someone who deals with that particular group a lot, I'm not going to say I'm sad about their passing, and I'm glad none of you were terribly hurt.
Does this happen frequently? I was told that this town does have an interesting background, but I did not expect to be attacked in broad daylight in the middle of the street.
It's a tough town. You gotta make of it what you gotta make of it. And you gotta be strong to survive here. I think they like to test potential people, but I would say working with that group is sometimes dangerous. Not that it isn't dangerous with us, but you gotta choose the side,
I hope
right?
I don't have a contract out on us, or anyone's got a contract out on us.
You have a different...
Arguably, ours is worse.
Yeah, ours is worse, but maybe we have an actual
Both of them
contract.
combined would not be ideal.
No, both of them would be shit.
All right, so you head back, and the office is on the one side of the building, and it has this. It's a large office that has a balcony that looks out over the gardens in the back. And you are met with this man who is sitting in a chair, currently furiously sort of writing a letter. And he looks up, and what you see is he's got this large sort of scar on his nose, just right across it. And he's got very slicked, perfect hair, like a short haircut, and he's wearing a very, very finely made sort of doublet and pants sort of thing.
Ooh, cool.
In the Biamonte colors. And he says, "Well, Issa, what have you brought me today, eh?" And Issa says, "Well, Father, I met these wonderful adventurers last night at the inn. This one beat me in a drinking contest, and this one regaled me with stories of heroism and excitement. And this one says she's looking for an exotic pet, so we've got lots of interesting business dealings. What we do know is apparently they were just attacked by our rivals, and they can definitely handle themselves, so this has the Issa seal of approval as far as business partners go." And Tatiano, the man in the chair, says, "Well, always looking for new business partners. And beating you in a drinking contest is quite a feat. So, please, sit." And there's a variety of chairs and seating places. And Issa says, "I'll see you later," and heads out.
Alright, Cameron. From 0 to Distori, how hot is this guy?
Salvador, 0 to Salvador.
That's an
guy's
amazing
old.
scale.
This guy's
love
older.
that scale.
He's from Venebra. Everyone's hot.
In my
everyone's
mind,
hot.
he looks
I
like
was
Paul
also
Sorvino.
thinking Paul Sorvino. Dead on. Oh my god. Okay, perfect. Glad we're all on the same page.
Wonderful.
He's similar to Paul Servine.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Awesome.
So, you know, he was probably hot back in the day, but he's getting older now.
It's like a silver fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yes, so how can I help you?" And at this moment, you hear this whoosh, whoosh, and this black pseudo-dragon sort of flies over and lands on the desk, and he says, "Oh, yeah, you're my little buddy," and like finds some treats and sort of throws them on the table. Johana sort of crosses her arms and sits.
Can I see what Johana? Can I check Johana's like reaction to that?
Well, she crossed her arms and sat down.
I
don't know where.
Gritting her
We
teeth.
should do the have 2 people stand on either end of a room and say the pet's name and then see where it goes.
Come here.
Okay. Let him choose. Let him choose.
Sure.
Wait, who's talking?
Sure. Like Judge Judy.
That is a absolutely gorgeous dragon you have there.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I've heard tell that you had a pet quite like this, but I didn't expect him to be this beautiful. What's his name?
This is. Hold up.
Yes. Give it another name.
Fluffy.
Yes.
It's probably got its...
This is Shingor.
Wait, wasn't it Vinci?
No, it's not.
Oh, No. I got confused for a second. I thought for a second this was a different dragon. Okay. No, sorry. I got confused. I didn't really... Okay.
Different owner, different name.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Bedelia?
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good sometimes. I think today is one of his better days. Isn't that right, boy? Scritchy, scritchy, scritch. And the dragon sort of likes it for a second, but then moves away.
Part of the reason I wanted to speak with you today is because my father, Orin, has been wanting a pet quite like this for some time, and you were the only other family I'd heard of that had a pseudo-dragon.
They are pretty rare. Sorry, this is my voice. They are definitely rare. I got mine, I was, lucky enough to, acquire it in one of our business dealings.
Sure.
But I mean, what were you just looking at it, or what's your plan
here's
here?
Here's the thing. My father
he's
specifically,
good,
Orin Tromuley, specifically sent me on he sent me out to try to find him a dragon such as this one. And so my friends and I, being quite adept fighters ourselves, wanted to know if there was any sort of way that we might be able to win this dragon from you.
Looks over at the dragon with sort of a look, then looks back at you. Adept fighters, you say?
Fairly. We do what we can.
Have you ever delved into deep caverns of mystery and walked out with something to show for it?
Hey, Nala,
have
do you still
we?
have that blue dragon hide? Do you still have that dragon hide on you, Nala?
Blood out.
Now this is good stuff. We look for this sort of thing all the time, but there is maybe a way I can help you out. I don't become attached to things in this life, you see. You can't do that in my line of business.
Sure.
Because things seem to go away, and if you have a better business proposition than holding on to something that you're supposed to love, well, the business idea is the better of the two choices.
Of course, there are more things important than life.
Exactly. Family and business. That's what I believe in. And so, if you're really serious about helping us out, then I do have something you can do. Come with me. And he stands up and leaves the room, expecting you to follow.
I do.
Put my tea down.
Okay. Do you all
Yes.
follow? Or?
Yes.
Johana does as well. So he leads you down the stairs again, and then out the back, and through the gardens. These gardens are gorgeous, by the way. If anybody wants to make a nature check, they can.
Sure.
Oh, I'll do it. Yes.
Hey,
That was not good.
I got a 17.
17 as
22.
well.
It was
Who's the
me.
22? Okay,
Oh, nice.
so Kieran, you notice that there are some plants here that are not native to this region. And you notice some interesting objects, like poles placed into the ground that seem to be radiating some sort of magical thing, some sort of atmosphere around them that seems to be helping the plants grow. So he's got a very cool setup, basically. And he leads you through the gardens and sort of towards where you can see the lake. And he's got sort of this lookout post thingy, or like a raised platform with some binoculars that go out towards the lake. And step up on top of them. And he's like, so, the history of this lake is pretty interesting. The main thing you need to know is that it didn't used to be a lake until, well, in the grand scheme of things, it was land until roughly 10,000 years ago. Until Morlos rose the first time. Part of the messing with the landscape included putting some water different places that it wasn't before and that sort of thing. And I know for a fact, and we know, that there in the center of the lake, and he points out over it, used to be a city. Or rather, a small community. And it is now deep underwater.
The lost city of Atlantis.
What we also know about this city is not much, except that it's rumored that there are magnificent items of great power down there. Except we have no real... We don't deal with that many adventurers, you see.
Sure.
So what I would like of you, if you want the pseudo-dragon, and honestly, maybe a little extra payment, is for you to go down in there somehow and using all your awesome adventurer skills and bring back some of those items for us. Everything you can find and carry.
I think we can do that.
Do you
I think
happen
that
to...
sounds like a reasonable proposition.
You know for a fact there are these items down there. Do you happen to know what they are? How many there are?
Unfortunately not. But sometimes I deal in rumor. And this seems like a good one to follow up on, though maybe, and I hope you'll excuse me for saying, not with my normal people, who I rely on all the time. But perhaps a third party could be persuaded to go see what's up.
In the
So
interest
we-
of everything we can carry,
Unfortunately, we can't carry a lot.
Well, it depends on how much you bring back. Will determine how much your payment is, you see. If you bring back one item, I can guarantee the pseudo-dragon. If you bring back more, I can guarantee, more. But we'll have to work that out later.
Can do.
I just because this lost city is in the middle of a lake. Would we be able to get any sort of transportation from you to get out?
Well, I can probably offer a boat to get out to
Excellent.
the middle. How you're getting down?
Oh no,
300 feet
that
is
we
next.
can handle that part by ourselves. I just wanted to make sure we would actually have a boat to get out to the middle. You know, spend as less energy
That I can
trying
do
to
here.
swim out there as possible.
He pats down his double and reaches inside to a pocket and pulls out sort of a Biamonte pin. Hands that to you. You can use that. You can hire any boat you want.
Great.
Should we add that to our
Because all the boats are
inventory?
owned by us anyway.
Lily is.
Yeah, you can
Lily
add a
is-
Biamonte symbol to your
Lily is on it.
It's a Biamonte what?
A pin.
symbol. Biamonte pin.
Ooh, sorry. Okay. I don't know how to spell that.
So we're gonna be goblet and fire up in this bitch.
I've got a.
How long does that last?
I think we have a spell for that. Yeah, we
I
have a
have
spell
1
that goes
hour.
8 hours.
Does somebody
I
have
don't have
water?
wind
water
does.
breathing, but
I
I,
do
have
have
a
a
lot
potion
of
of water
water,
breathing.
commanding.
Right.
Oh,
have
you don't have a
control
water breathing spell?
I don't, but
I don't think any of
now
you have water
that
breathing.
I'm a higher level, I can. I have to look at my actual spells.
And Johana doesn't either.
Just send me down there with a haversack. I'll make it work.
Is Wynn a good swimmer?
He's a pirate.
Wynn grew up.
Yeah, that's legit.
Well,
On an
also,
island.
Wynn's
in the
wearing
middle of
heavy
nowhere.
plates, so they're gonna sink like a rock.
Sink.
Yeah. How are you gonna get back up?
A walk.
I'll worry about it when we get there.
I can
All
part
right, so-
water.
Any other
I
questions?
can part.
Questions, etc. Or do we have a
I
deal?
don't believe so. I don't know if any of my other party members have any questions, but I'd say we could have a deal, sir.
Well then, let's
Any
shake on
monsters
it.
down there?
Possibly. I have no idea
Can I
what's
just,
going on.
before I shake, can I just do a quick insight check on the handshake itself?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does anyone happen to know how deep?
They
this
said
lake is?
300 feet.
300?
That is a
Yeah,
dirty
300 to
20.
500 feet, yeah. He seems genuinely looking for
Perfect.
a business deal.
Alright.
Shakes your hand.
I just want to make sure I wasn't
Excellent.
going to get bound to another soul contract by shaking this
Oh
dude's
my
hand.
god, now we're all paranoid.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Well, absolutely. Let me know when you're back. We'll let you in. With that pin, of course, you can come in whenever you want, but it'll be a pleasure doing business with you, and trust me, if we become friends, then you won't have much to worry about in this area.
Right. I appreciate that.
Rad.
Anyway, I have lots of work to do, so
Yes, thank you so much.
please.
We leave, I'm assuming.
All right, so he goes back inside. What do y'all do?
I'm assuming we just
I guess we should. Well,
Yeah, we should head out, get ready for whatever's going on at the Silk Sheet.
I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, though.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind checking with that. If we had the time, I'd go back to the potion shop, see if there were more. If they had any water-breathing potions. Probably don't, but
They might, yeah.
check.
Well, looking at my control water spell, yeah, I can part
water and change the.
up to 300 feet of water.
But is it for how long?
we could also possibly commission Potion Lady to make the potion. Possibly.
That'll take a few days. I think we're trying to get this done.
Well,
quick.
I mean, we have a few days. I still have to go meet James at 7 p.m.
Well, that's tonight, yeah.
Yeah, it's roughly 3,
Yeah, I guess
4
we
now.
could see how long she thinks it would take, but I could always, because I think it's a level 4 spell slot, so I have multiple of those, so I can part it when we go down and then part it when we come up.
So we're just gonna make a giant hole of water in the lake.
Moses!
Good.
I have a dope staff. I could even do
And
the...
then just like jump down.
You shall not get wet!
How long are we going for today?
I want to
Okay.
hit one more thing, and it's your meeting.
Oh, we're
and then
actually
we'll-
gonna get to that?
I figured.
Okay.
It won't be long.
Okay.
It shouldn't
We
be.
usually go until we go to sleep.
Okay.
Because it's not what you're expecting.
No.
That's, it won't be as long.
Ha ha ha.
Hope they're not sore about their 3 assassins being dead.
The one guy wasn't
I'm
that
sure they're fine.
actually worked with those 3 guys, so I can't imagine the main guy would be.
Yeah.
All right, so you head out of the thing. Issa says goodbye on your way out, and says, "Well, hope we become bigger friends, business and personal. Have a good day, that sort of thing." Johana says, "Well, I guess we're working for the Biamontes now. That sounds reasonable enough. Don't know about ancient ruins under the city or under the lake, but that'll be interesting."
Honestly, I'm partially thinking that there might be another Stone of Morlos under there.
I'm too.
That's what I'm on the lookout for. at
A
any
little
rate.
bit of me really would love to bring Vidar on this, so we can actually identify any items that are found. I know we're
We
under...
are dipped.
We have Detect Magic.
Detect
That
Magic
should be
doesn't tell
fine.
you what it does. It tells you it's magic gold. We know
We
they're
could
powerful.
buy-
We're
we
not
could buy
being sent
a
down there for...
Ton of incense, and then I can do the one spell that tells me what things are. But we just have to carry like bricks of incense with us.
All right. So you head out of the thing. You're back in the town. Did you want to do anything before the meeting? Johanna's like gets some.
Did
food.
we want to go to the
this-
potion lady?
Nala's going to go to the potion lady.
Okay.
Also, just
Okay,
just
you
a
go to the
quick
potion
out of
lady.
character thing because I don't know how long we're planning to have our session go.
One more thing.
You
were in the potty.
You were in
We
the
got one more
bathroom.
thing.
We're going. We got
We're
one
gonna
more
do
thing.
what?
It's just the
Perfect.
meeting that.
Okay.
It's one more thing. It's just the meeting at the Silver Church.
Speaking of the spell I have that identifies things, I don't know if you guys want, I could go find some incense and buy it, and we could do it on Dark Heart just to see if we learn anything extra from
I think
it.
that's a good idea. Yeah,
If
it
you'd
can't
like.
hurt. It can't hurt at this point. You're right. All I
I
can
will.
do is help.
I will ask the potion.
I'll let you.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
say
ask the
no.
potion lady for incense as well if they carry it.
It's a potion shop.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
They have potions. She does not have a water breathing potion, but it would take
Okay.
about a week
No,
to
no,
make.
thank you.
We're fine. One should be plenty.
And Kieran, I will let you. There is incense available.
I'm
at
trying
How
the-
to
much do you
see.
need?
So if you want to buy
I'm trying to
incense,
see how much I need, but
I thought you needed like 250
250
or something.
That's all right. Kieran don't spend money.
like that.
Kieran's
Yeah,
got
I don't
Kieran
have.
has,
I
like,
never
5,000
spend any
gold.
money. I'll buy like $500 worth.
Okay. You basically clean out the entire
500
shop
gold worth of incense.
of incense, and the guy is very, very pleased.
Cool.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
Cool.
there it is.
So as the evening goes, y'all get some food as you wait for the meeting, and then you head over to the Silken Sheet. When you get there, you are instantly recognized by the same person out front, who sort of nods to you and opens the door for your group. And you head inside. Inside, it's a very cushy sort of, there's lots of like blankets and pillows and things everywhere, silks hanging down from the ceilings, lots of beautiful people who come up to you and, do their job. And it does smell nice in there. Yeah. And behind you comes the guy who was at the door. After he closes it behind and says, "They're not here for that sort of thing. My friends, please find other clients. Follow me," he says to you.
My
And
heart.
he leads you into sort of this
Going crazy.
back room. And in the back room, you're headed inside. It is there's like couches and sort of silks and stuff. The sunlight is coming in from outside, but there's no one else in there. It's just like some couches and nothing else. And he says, "Sit down. We'll be with
I'm
you
not going to
shortly."
sit down.
Well, I'm gonna
Heads out.
sit down.
Closes
Everybody
the door
sits
behind
down
you.
except Sean.
We a bunch of wussies now.
And it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. And then the door at the back, because there's like two doors in this room. You came in the one on one end, and then there's one on the other end, but on the same wall. That door opens, and three guys come in. Two people flanking another person in the center. This is not someone you recognize. Comes over and says, "I was sent by our leader to give you one final task before you're able to meet anybody close to his rank. But yes, he wants to test you once more. You see, we tested you in the can you handle yourself way, and now you need to do something for us. The Brethren of Night wish for you to do one thing. You know the lake that's out there?
Oh God.
No, tell us.
Long ago, it used to be a small village.
Oh no.
And what we know is there are rumors that it used to be a town with quite a bit of magical prowess. And they knew, or they had quite a few interesting magical items. What we need you to do, and if you want to meet with James, is to go out there and bring us back some of these items. Fantastic. And once you bring back them, depending on what they are and what quality they are, perhaps we can move forward with our relationship. And that is our offer.
What was that we were talking about?
You know for certain that these items down there are magical. Like I'm.
We deal in rumors sometimes. And this seems like a rumor we can follow up on, but really we wanted to use a third party for this anyway. So you seemed like a perfect opportunity. Plus, if you prove yourself to us, well, you'll have nothing to worry about in this area.
Are there any items that are known to you other than rumor? Is there anything we should be keeping a lookout for in particular that you want?
Unfortunately not. But chasing rumors is the job of people wishing to prove themselves. But you can bring them back here, and we'll let you know what happens.
Great. Sold. We're on it.
Are there any manuscripts about this village before Morlos's?
I'm sure there are in big cities.
Not here.
And I'm sure the rumors are basically from... Well, there are history books which talk about this city and its magical prowess and what used to be there, but they are vague.
We're
But
not
we
gonna
think it's
know.
worth checking out.
It's not right. History of an Ever book.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Yay.
All right, please see yourselves out, or partake of our business. It is up for you as well.
Yeah, I guess I shake on this one.
Shakes your hand.
Insight check.
Insight check the handshake.
Make an insight check.
17.
Pretty good.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! You done
Shit.
got another contract. Oh, I can't read that. There's a message.
Oh, no!
There's
wait,
a message
no.
that I can't look
It's a
at.
private.
So
It's a private message.
In what?
you-
Where did you
it's-
send that?
It's right there.
Oh shit, don't look. Hang on.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
And he waves you on and then moves on with his bodyguards. As you leave, you are now sold sex if you want it. And,
I'm fine. No.
okay. And you leave.
Are they all humans?
And Johana says, no.
there a dragon?
various races.
no dragonborn.
Make a perception
Holy
check.
shit.
12. Nala died yesterday, y'all.
Is this Nala's Rumspringa? Is this what she's going through?
Oh
Yeah,
my
Nala's
god.
having like
don't
a
know what that
crisis because
is.
she died.
It's not hard to see. There is a dragonborn.
What's the color?
A silver dragonborn.
The daughter of the other lady.
In a sexy dragonborn outfit
Alright.
Are we leaving?
in the corner. And he is a man who is there for his job.
I nod. And I leave.
Nala wants a date.
You get a very charming smile back as you leave, and his eyes sort of follow you out.
And I'm gone.
And then you leave. Johana says,
That's funny.
well, this is an interesting turn of events. I'm gonna go get drunk.
Lilia follows.
Yeah.
You head back to the ale house, I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and we will pick that up
Solid.
with that quest and the choice of what to do next.
What was that we were saying about playing both sides?
Except now I feel like both
See, I
sides
thought
are
it
playing
was
us.
gonna be
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If
do
we
sting
get at least
operations
one
on
item
both
per,
sides, yeah.
then we did our contract to both of them. Like,
Right.
You don't know how much you need
Oh,
for this
second
one.
Yeah,
one, no.
well,
And
didn't
also,
say.
can I just
Yeah, but we
say
definitely only need one for the one, so.
that, yeah, all we
and it's
care
like-
about is the dragon, so.
It's true.
Well, you
Like,
care
also,
about
can I just say that, like, the
games.
Biamontes...
Should at least shoot for
Like,
two
the Biamontes just sound so much... Like, I know that they're all bad, but at least they're like, yeah, we'll do you a favor. And, like, these guys are like, no, you do us a favor now, and then maybe you'll get something.
Honestly, I'd rather work with the upfront ones because it seems like they're not the ones who are gonna like stab you or
Yeah,
make your
I'm
car
gonna
blow up.
Go with the ones that don't ambush you in the middle
Yeah,
of the daylight.
exactly.
We'll see.
Like, yeah, sure, they seem like more like the political mobsters rather than, like, the...
Like, they throw
Car
good
bombings.
parties.
Yeah.
Political monster.
Yes. So, thank you all for listening. See you later.